What is the deal? We back in the building. Yes, indeed. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. I'm going to give y'all a few to join in. I want y'all to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, become a member if you haven't already become a member. You understand me? Also, man, I got a poll I'm running. Pause. You know, I be doing the story time with the, what the hell? That ain't how you spell snitching. Hold on, I got to redo this. I got a poll I'm running, right? Y'all know I do the story time. Whoa, what up with the Louisiana gal? Look, you the perfect person to ask. So you know I do the story time, right? Is the story time considered snitching? Cause like, you know, it's a shit that I be wanting to tell people, like in the members, and I be like, damn, is that snitching? Like, is that ratting? Is that being a motherfucking tattletale? So that's something I kind of been wrestling with. You understand? Like going back and forth, like I don't know, because you know, person kind of told you this in confidence, more or less. If you run it to the members, is that snitching? Let me see here. So they got the W last night. Say, I don't consider it snitching to speak the truth. Hey, that's kind of how I feel, to be honest. I'm like, nah, I ain't putting nobody in jail. Whoa, what up with your Bree? What up, H Bizzle? Look, they got the win last night. I ain't gonna lie. Louisiana Gal, Bree, H Bizzle, I know y'all saw Kawhi running. That clip of Kawhi running on that ankle. I feel bad for Kawhi, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Kawhi is just so talented, bro. He's a phenomenal player. To see him with these injuries, though, every fucking year, it's just mind-blowing. Like, it's so unfortunate, dog, because the talent is just unquestionable. He's a phenomenal player, but these injuries, god damn. Lee, what up, homie? Trey, what up? Bree say, I can finally watch a game live. Okay. Shout out to the I ain't gonna lie, my league pass been kind of bumped. Personally, Bree, I've been having to switch back and forth between streams. Louisiana Gal said I was in the building. He looked like he wanted to cry while running. Man, when I saw that close up of his face while he was running up the court, I said, "Ain't no way, dog. He got to be getting all kind of cortisone injections, all kinds of shit, taped up, extra. You know, it got to be tough." Whoa, Don, what's happening with you, Don Guillory? What's happening with your homie? Trey say, as a person that broke his ankle playing basketball, I could feel Kawhi's pain. Man, I didn't even expect Kawhi to play. I didn't even expect him to play. Me and Elvin were talking about that. Kawhi might miss the game. I didn't know Ben Mathurin was going to sit. But when I saw Kawhi playing, I was like, okay, it must not be that bad. Then I saw that boy on the court. I said, oh no. Kawhi, is it worth it? The 65 game rule is necessary because dudes was resting way too much and they was just stealing money. But on the other end of it, it's like if I play 63 games and I'm still unquestionably the best defensive player in the NBA, like a Wemby, a Gobert, or something along those lines, and I'm ineligible for the award because of something out of my control, like I wasn't resting, I had a blood clot or what have you, that makes it seem kind of unfair. Bree said Kawhi love for the game. I respect him so much that players will sit out even if they get a little bump. Yeah. And Kawhi got a history of nasty injuries with that ankle. Whoa, what's happening with your most hated? What's happening with your homie? What's happening with you? Yeah, you know, I feel like story time, Lee. I feel like story time be necessary as well. Because it helps keep certain things in perspective. Because I think a lot of times things go on in this circus of an organization, or just generally, that you have to speak on, because without context, you really don't know where you are at that point in time. Like, again, shout out to Dejounte, you know what I'm saying? He's played well, in my opinion, the last three and a half games. But it's like, I can't get excited about that because I'm like, I know what went on behind the scenes more or less. And I know ideally you would be playing somewhere else right now, especially if it was left up to you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if they'll necessarily be building any continuity moving forward with Dejounte due to those trade requests. Louisiana Gal said, if an injury can be proven to be significant, I don't think those games should count against the 65 game rule. Like, there's nothing Cade can do about needing him someone kneeing him and causing a collapsed lung. Yeah, like that's my opinion as well. If something like that happens to where, like, bro, we see what happened here. This is real. This is not the Anthony Davis situation or a Trae Young situation this year. This is not a Joel Embiid situation when you're trying to like rest guys for the postseason. This is like, this man is hurt. It's visible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, you know, that's a life-threatening injury, a collapsed lung. It's not as life-threatening as it was in years past, but it can be. So, I mean, come on. Yeah, no Kawhi tonight. Chris Dunn, Jordan Miller, Derrick Jones Jr., John Collins, Brook Lopez is their starting lineup. By Ben Mathurin still not being in that starting lineup, it kind of leads me to think he might be injured. And they're not playing Garland. They pretty much punting this game. They punting this game. No Garland, no Kawhi. Probably not going to see no Ben Mathurin either. It's a punt, probably. The Pelicans should, in theory, run this team out of the gym, at least on paper. Whoa, what's that with your Nola Ant? Austin said, did CJ have a collapsed lung a couple years ago? Yes. Yes, he did. It's funny, when I think Ross had actually ran into CJ. He had ran into CJ at an event right before. Well, not right before. Yeah, right before his return. And he was kind of like, yeah, I'll be back like next week or in a couple games. And Ross was like, you know, he brought it to us and we was able to do it on the member show and let people know that CJ was returning. I think he got hurt in that Atlanta game that year, if I'm not mistaken, right? Was he hurt in that Atlanta game? And I think the team didn't know and he kept playing. It was like, what happened to CJ? CJ looked fucked up. And they're like, because he hurt. All right, so they start my boy Yves Messi in the place of Dejounte. Whoa, but you Q? Say, and they had to let him start before he came back. Yeah, like you have to make all these concessions. He could have came back sooner than, you know, he ultimately ended up coming back. You know, it's too much funny business that went on behind the scenes for me to like really be confident in that relationship moving forward. You feel me? Like, it is, I don't know, man. You know, I try to be more of a realist than an optimist. Don say, why Zion don't shake hands with Trey and Herb when they getting introduced? I don't know. Zion come across a little awkward in the opening, in my opinion, because he don't really do like the tunnel run out. He don't really, I don't know. I'm sure it's not like a problem or issue between them. I'm sure they all get along great. I just think it is a little awkward with him in the pregame. Like, what's this? Why you don't run out the tunnel? Why you don't? You know, some people not with all that shit. I don't know. Some people are. Some people like, you know, the extracurricular stuff, and they're a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? Charismatic. Zion not very charismatic, so some people probably just don't do it. Yeah, he come across at least awkward in his public persona. Now, I've heard some shit about his private persona. We're not gonna really get into that, but I've heard some shit. You know what I'm saying? Zion, I mean, some of the shit y'all done seen, but Zion is a regular guy, a very, very regular motherfucker, and he ain't too awkward in the streets. I say that Zion a regular man off the court. Lee say, don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Yes. Please, everyone, thank y'all for joining in. If you're in the building, hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. Share the stream if you can. With the hype button, since we watch the games live, by the time the video is published, y'all already gone. So I'm sure y'all don't remember to come back and hit the hype button. But if you do remember to come back and hit the hype button, I would appreciate it, man. Look, you know what's funny, Bree? I was talking to one of the brothers. I think the Gadler brothers the other day, and I was like, he had tweeted something very interesting about the post up. Trey made. I didn't understand that shot, but that was huge. Trey, pause. That's crazy. Big shot by Trey. And I just don't understand the Sadiq post ups. Maybe they try to run their actions off those post ups because that's a wildly inefficient shot for them this season. I don't understand why they continue to do it. To me, what's happening with your Slim South? To me, a Sadiq post up, if it's not drawing a foul, it's pretty much like a Herb Jones streak. Like, it could work. I mean, fuck, you got to be able to shoot the three in this league. Like, on cue, Herb Jones just shot a three. And he missed badly. He's 0 for 2 from beyond the arc so far. Again, if you're not getting fouled or, you know, it's not the most efficient shot. Boy, our dribble penetration defense is so terrible. Well, our perimeter defense generally is so terrible. We cannot stop anybody from getting to the cup at will. It's a strength and lateral quickness issue. Seriously, it's strength and lateral quickness issue. Man, let me see here. Yo, we about to start filming soon. Also, about to start filming this boxing movie soon. Everything's written out, so I'm looking forward to starting to shoot. Had to really push myself on this one, so I'm really looking forward to that. Looking forward to this season being over, but we're going to keep the content running. We're going to definitely keep the content running. It's just not going to be as Pelicans rich, as Pelicans heavy. We're going to have a lot of stuff running, though. Louisiana Gale was at the game yesterday, and Fizz looked extremely frustrated after he subbed him out to lead into the run to bust the game open. Should the Pels be allowing Dejounte to pull rank over him? Now, that's one of the things I wouldn't say that nice move by Eve. That concerned me with Fears, but y'all remember earlier in the season when Fears was like in the comments, liking comments when people were saying, well, only Fears and Derek Queen are playing well. It's like, yes, Fears has been starting, and he's played solid this entire year. He has been starting to play solid this entire year, but there is a certain there is a certain respect and hierarchy that should go into it for the veterans. As far as I don't necessarily think Dejounte should start over him if it's apples to apples, but I do think that Fears undoubtedly should be coming off the bench. For whoever the better quote-unquote point guard is. The fact that it's Dejounte makes it more questionable, Louisiana guy. I think that's your question. Like, the fact that Dejounte is making that call makes it more questionable because, like, dude, you haven't been here all season. And I've been one of the horses pulling the wagon this season. And you gonna come in starting over me? But if it was somebody else, if it was somebody who been here all season and they just played Fears out of his spot, I think it would be more acceptable. That's more my POV. The Pelicans kind of got their hands tied in this situation because you need Dejounte to come back and play well, play with enthusiasm. But yet and still acquiescing to a situation like that kind of is a bad look because who's next to go rogue and say I'm demanding XYZ and you better motherfucking do it. Like, who's next to go rogue in that situation? Fear starting by game 3 messed up a lot. Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah, Willie Green kind of pulling the rug on Poole right there messed up a lot. I think when Poole was also battling the injury, but the crazy thing is he wasn't benched due to the injury. He was benched due to the relationship, and that's the real issue. Damn, Zion didn't get a touch yet. Say maybe he knows they don't wash their hands. Oh, he talking about the dap. Say, but Borrego use Zion as a decoy. Sadiq could break down his man better than Trey. Looks like the philosophy. I thought, what's funny? I thought Trey played very, very well last game. He had a nice stop defensively against Garland. Was able to get the block. Damn, boy. I ain't gonna lie. The Pelicans lucky we in that stretch of the season where we playing bad teams because this shit is crazy. Okay, so Zion's first shot is a post up. They immediately double. It wasn't the best entry pass. The pass also came a little late. I don't like this offense. Because the main reason I don't like the offense too is because why isn't Zion running point in this situation? Like, who's the point in this situation? Say, I agree. He should remain coming off the bench, but he was playing well. Dejounte said he wanted to go back in the game and they removed Fizz. I think he should have been allowed to finish. Oh, you're talking about specifically in that game? Oh, yeah. I think Dejounte probably was doing a little bit of stat padding, honestly. He probably was doing a little bit of stat padding. Put me in. Like, there was, even with the 3, I know he hit a 3, he had waved off the guys that shot a 3. It was like, look, that's why the context of everything is so important. Like, how you just broke that down, that made it look like, all right, Dejounte, that was a great pass. That made it look like, all right, what was the point of that? Like, you know what I'm saying? You could have let the young brother do his thing. That's why it's also important to remember Dejounte is playing for his next contract and he playing for his next team. So he ain't really, he might be a cool guy, just on a human level, but he ain't really worrying about no fucking rookies progressing and trying to build no camaraderie because he wasn't here all season. Like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't, Dejounte ended the winning for himself, and I respect it personally because it's like, yeah, you're trying to get up out of here, but at the same time, is this a part of sacrifice and development? That's the question I think you have to ask yourself. Sko say, I think that fucked with Poole's game too when they started fears over him only in the third game of the season. And you know what's funny? I talked to somebody in Poole's camp, and the funny thing was in that third game, because it was versus Boston, I believe, at home. It was versus the Celtics at home. Poole was the best starter. I think Fears was like 1 for 13. And he still got the start over Poole. So I do think that was pretty telling. I say March Hoop's the Pelicans' best friend right now. Yeah, the schedule gets a little tougher as they move forward. It also depends on what some teams decide to do. Like, are teams gonna start like losing games for matchup purposes and things of that nature? I went ahead and looked through the entire schedule as far as who the teams the Pelicans beat. Man, it's they beating a bunch of injured tanking teams, y'all. That's just what it is. Looney, what's happening with your homie? Like, for example, the Clippers tonight. Well, we don't know if they're gonna win, but let's just say the Clippers tonight. They beat the Wizards. They beat the Jazz twice. They beat Dallas, who not necessarily tanking, but was on the second night of a back-to-back and rested some guys. The Raptors were on the second night of a back-to-back. They beat the Warriors without without Steph and Jimmy. I would much rather them win than lose, but I don't want to pretend that this team is getting better. Like, you feel me? I don't want to pretend that this team is getting better and they just decide to stand pat. It's like, no, you need to keep adding motherfucking talent. Like, don't rest on your laurels here. Trey said, shout out to Trey Town Mayor. Say, I got beef with the way this offense runs. So the Pelicans were playing teams that really cared. We be getting destroyed. Zion has to take this offensively and go get the goddamn bag. Yeah, I agree. I think the fact that a bad team will let a team like the Pelicans stick around versus putting the boot in the neck and choking them out. Now, I do think the Pelicans have made some runs, went down double digits all season. I do think they fought back admirably once the three started to fall and they were forcing turnovers. But I think a good team, like a real good team, wouldn't even let them back in the game, truthfully. Trey Town says it's a little performative, but I get it. It just sucks for Fears. Yeah. Say, it was starting Herb over Poole. That was the problem to me. Yeah, Don, that was my problem, honestly, and it's still my problem. It's my problem less right now, but I just don't think Herb should be starting. Great take right there by Trey. I don't think Herb should be starting, period. I just don't, man. Like, I think you should be starting a center. I think Carlo deserves to start over Herb. I think Misi deserves to start over Herb. Fuck. I mean, center's an issue because at one point you were starting fucking DeAndre Jordan. So clearly it's an issue. Oh my God. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Like, if the Pelicans were playing a good team, these type of stupid ass turnovers, these type of goofy ass, unbelievable turnovers, and that should have been an and one. Thank God they didn't call it, because that would have been Zion's second foul if I'm not mistaken. It's like, come on, bro. And Zion ain't got one shot attempt yet. This is ridiculous. Don Gilbert say, do you think Golden State is tanking? I think they tanking now. I think the shit with Steph is kind of like, it just ain't worth it. And now that Giannis been ruled out for the season, it's gonna be interesting to see what Golden State does. If Golden State, honestly, if they were about 10 more games on top of the games that are left right now, I think the Pelicans realistically could have made a run for that 10 seed. Because with Steph being out and Pod's playing the way he playing, Draymond being Draymond, I think it's over for Golden State. In fact, I think it's over for Golden State, period. Golden State got to find somebody to take on Jimmy's contract or Draymond's contract so they can add some talent. Either that or just you got to have Steph being content and not being a contender for years to come. Let me see. Trey Town says Zion should be cussing everybody on the team out. Yeah, but that's a nice personality. So sometimes you get what you get. Now look, it's funny, if they did have a new Seattle team next year, boy, I'd be calling them ASAP and be like, hey, you want Dejounte? Let's give me a first. Let's give me a first for Dejounte. I'm like, he hometown kid coming off a great run at the end of the season. Like, I'll be selling the fuck out of that talking point C-Pine say, what's this new offense where they are trying to make Trey and Sadiq the star? It makes scoring so hard when Zion makes scoring easy. Well, I think they don't necessarily start playing through Zion until they run out of options, honestly. Now, that is not necessarily a good thing, but I think that's what we've seen lately. Like when they hit a wall and Trey and Sadiq Bey aren't being as effective anymore, then they start running through Zion. Like you might see Zion get the ball for about 2-3 possessions in a row. If he scores, they'll immediately sub him out. That's just what it is. Like right there. You saw Fierce take that shot while Zion is sitting at the top of the key with him. Supposed to hand that ball off to Zion right there. But this is a philosophy. This is a philosophy and a mind state by this coaching staff. That's why this team don't ever win. Not just because they don't win because they get the ball Zion. Because who knows if Zion may or may not score if they did give him the ball, right? Just there's no guarantee he's going to score. But what I'm saying is everything night to night looks different. Everything night to night is just freestyle basketball. The only constant night to night are the Sadiq Bey post-ups. That's literally the only thing that they consistently do, and they do every single night is the Sadiq Bey post-ups. Big shot right there by Trey. That Trey is 3 for 5 on threes already. Trey might break a record tonight. Says, I think Zion too nice. I would demand the ball. Yeah, imagine if they were playing the Celtics. Jesus, especially right now, Bree, with Tatum back, man. I'm still tired of the bad first quarter. Yeah, I don't like how slow this team starts, especially against, again, my thing is, now, the Pelicans have a worse record, if I'm not mistaken, against below 500 teams than they do against above 500 teams, right? Now, keep in mind, that record is like that because, again, you just played the Clippers on the second half. I'm sorry, you just played the Raptors on the second half of back-to-back. You just played, you're playing the Clippers again 2 games in a row. So those would be 2 wins towards your record. And you beat Houston before. So if I think the Pelicans are like 16-12 right now against above 500 teams, if I'm not mistaken. But they have an overwhelming losing record versus sub 500 teams. And my thing is this. If you can't comfortably beat the piss out of all the bad teams you face, now you're not going to be undefeated because, I mean, the sun's shining on a dog ass every once in a while. But again, I've seen the Pelicans lose to the Nets, seen them lose to Indiana, we've seen them lose to the Bucks twice, seen them lose to Chicago, like seen them lose to Memphis twice. Like we've seen them lose to Dallas. Like we've seen them lose against what are considered quote unquote bad teams, right? So again, it's tough for me to say this team is trending in the right direction when even games against bad teams are difficult. Like, it ain't never a situation where y'all rolling the ball out there and just beating the dog shit out of teams. Teams always clawing back, getting within 5 points, getting within 4 points. Then something crazy happened. The Pelicans hit a big shot and they end up pulling away in the last few minutes. But these have been dog fights going into the fourth quarter, a lot of these games. So that's why I'm like, I don't really get the idea that they're trending in the right direction or they're, going this way. And it's like, no, you continuing to play bad and injured teams. You beating a couple of them. You're not necessarily winning these games comfortably. And you still finding ways to choke away leads in the fourth quarter. As recent as the Houston game, for example. Remember, Houston didn't have Sengun. It ain't like Houston was healthy. The Pelicans are healthy. The Pelicans are 100% healthy versus these teams. Like these quote-unquote playoff teams. Like the Lakers, the Suns, Houston. And they still losing against these injured teams. So it's... So yeah, I'm not too crazy about the Bay post-ups, honestly. Yeah, I don't think anybody is, honestly. Them Bay post-ups is ugly. Damn, Zion left the game without a single field goal shot attempt. That is crazy. And that is crazy. Zion played the entire first quarter without a field goal attempt. That is crazy. But it's common. I am Don Guillory say Zion ain't too nice. Zion just don't want Borrego or the staff, man. Bree said this team look bad. Oh my God. Fist of the Black Star. What's happening, homie? He said, how did John Collins get the ball? The Pelicans suck at corralling 50-50 balls. I ain't gonna lie. Austin say, do you think the team was more competitive like their record was 500 or a couple games above? Zion would be the first option instead of third or fourth. I think so. I think if the team was like actively trying to win with a goal in mind versus like go out there and have fun, guys, we want to end the season strong. I think if they were actively in pursuit of something, like no, under no circumstances can we lose these games, I think you probably see Zion be more of the first option. Like you saw kind of like, you know, early in the season when you playing against Charlotte. Well, not earlier, but earlier, right before the All-Star break or right after, you playing against teams like Charlotte, playing against teams like Philly. You know, you playing against certain teams where Zion's kind of getting a healthy shot diet earlier. But in my opinion, I don't think Zion's ever going to get like 25 shots a game. I don't think that's ever going to happen, right? But I also think Zion is a person, not him as a person, but the way this team is coached and what he allows his personality like to be. Zion ain't the type of dude that say, shit, I got 20 at halftime, man, I'm about to go get 40. Like that's just not who he is. If Zion got 10 shot attempts at the half, Zion probably gonna end the game with 16 shot attempts. That's just who he is. Like he don't force the issue. He just, whatever the coach say do, or whatever his teammates however they rolling, he don't want to rock the boat. And I think that's crazy. Damn, that was a good take. Terrible finish by DQ right there. Oh my god. The Pelicans are so physically not strong. Louisiana Gas, do you think Zion can be a number one option on the championship team? I don't. I think Zion can be quote unquote the most talented player on the championship team, but I don't think you would win a championship with Zion carrying the heavy load, quote unquote. Like, for example, I spoke about Giannis before. I'm one of them people that's like, look, man, the shit that happened with Giannis in that championship was a special set of circumstances, right? They were about to get swept by Kyrie and them. Kyrie lands on Giannis' ankle. Harden gets a hamstring. Ultimately, the Bucks end up winning that championship. The Bucks haven't even been close to sniffing the championship since then. And if you look at some stretches during that postseason, it was guys like Middleton and Drew Holiday that really stepped up in a major way when Giannis was having some shortcomings. I think a similar situation with Zion would be like, Zion, he can be a super efficient guy, going to get 27, 28 points, but you're going to need a motherfucker out there that's going to be able to capitalize off that gravity and just be a stone cold equalizer. A guy that can go rogue one night and get 40 points while Zion is struggling. A guy that can go out there, maybe get 17 rebounds. A guy who can just have a series, just like an anomaly of games where he just bust everybody's ass. Kind of like Jordan Poole did with the Warriors that year. The Warriors won. I think Zion can be like the best, like he could be the quote unquote most talented player, but you would need a motherfucker like Jordan Poole on that team who can make up for some of Zion's shortcomings or when motherfuckers doubling and tripling Zion. Because Zion, his game is too passive for long stretches at a time. Like, again, you go the whole first quarter without getting the best shot. Like, even if the other team didn't even have to get you out the game, your teammates got you out the game and you just let it happen. Like, nah. You need somebody like a Jamal Murray to complement a Zion, Aaron Gordon, motherfuckers with that tenacity, motherfuckers that's like, man, oh, another great take by Fears. That's two great takes by Fears right there. You just need a motherfucker like who is a real deal 1A personality. Even if they're not a 1A talent, they're a 1A personality. Like, man, we not losing this. You better get your ass in that motherfucking post and come get this basketball. We are not losing this game. Here, shoot it. Shoot the ball, Zion. Like, you need a motherfucker like that. Because mentally, Zion don't have it mentally, in my opinion. Oh, I thought Phibbs was about to have another one. Yeah, dog. Chris Middleton was giving motherfuckers the blues in that postseason. Yeah, Trey got to gain some weight. Trey, on dribble penetration, especially against a guy like Derrick Williams in particular, man, Trey gets killed, dog. Like, Derrick Williams abuses Trey all the time. Precious, oh my God, that was nasty by fucking Jordan Poole. That was crazy. Say this game low-key raises Dejounte's stock if you think about it. Yeah, if they go out there and continue to struggle throughout the entire game, I think it does to a degree because but then again, yesterday they struggled a lot in the first quarter with Dejounte trying to, get it going. Oh, he missed the pass. He had a wide open guy on the on the right corner. Yep, Poole sighting. Squad will say they'll probably have an expansion draft like they did last time. That's how the bad boy Pistons got broke up. Teams have to give up players. Yeah, who they lost? Lambeer, right? Did they lose Lambeer? Oh my God, Derek Queen starting this game rough. He really is. H. Bizzle, yeah, Kevin Durant toe on the line. Joe Harris just going missing. Sean Wellington say it really bothers me to see Zion just running up and down the court, not getting to touch Bayfields and Trey, just ignoring him like he's a scrub. Best case, Zion is lazy. Worst case, he's soft. I think mentally he's just not a demanding player. I think if he got it going, he could seize the moment. Like if he scored like 2-3 times in a row, he ain't scared to shoot that motherfucker again. But the thing is, how many times with the Pelicans have we seen Zion score 2-3 times in a row and they immediately sub him out, or he give the ball up to a teammate and the teammate never give the ball back to him? It's like, man, you're supposed to be punching motherfuckers in the face. They do something like that. You can't be too go along, get along in this league. You got to be an animal. This there was Rick Mahorn that got taken in that draft. I thought it was Lambeer. Terry McCain say, I was at that game last night, had a blast. Shout out to Terry, man. That's good, fam. That's great. I'm glad the in-game experience was fun. There's always more fun winning than losing. Let me see. I honestly think he's trying to secure the bag. Who that, Zion? Probably so. It could be a situation with Zion just kind of floating through the season. Like, I'm about to play 65 games. I'm going to get this money. And that narrative about, oh, what the fuck? Boy, the Pelicans destined to win these games. They done had two major fluky-ass floaters go in 2 games in a row. Hey, roll with it. Don't ask questions. Roll with it. We meant to win this shit. Louisiana gal said, I really hate that Jordan Poole didn't work out here. I appreciate him being a good vet to Fizz, though. I ain't gonna lie, boy. Jordan Poole, that's why when people were saying Jordan Poole was a cancer in the locker room and all that shit. Well, after I had that conversation, with who I talked to, I was like, man, I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that because Jordan Poole, you would have heard about incidents happening by now. Like, you know what I'm saying? The way he been getting DNPs, you would have heard about actual incidents happening. You would have seen motherfuckers really arguing on the sideline, all that. The most you seen Jordan Poole do was stare down Willie Green after he hit a couple threes. That's the only thing you seen him do. I don't buy that people don't like playing with Jordan Poole and Jordan Poole is a cancer. I don't buy that shit at all. To me, that's coming from James Borrego. That's coming from James Borrego. Because the same people who consistently praise James Borrego, and y'all know who I'm talking about, those are the same people that say that Jordan Poole is a quote-unquote cancer. Now, as far as his play on the court, that's up for debate. It is what it is. If you ain't producing, you ain't producing. Like at a high level, then it is what it is. If you ain't earning your keep, you ain't earning your keep. But as far as the off the court shit, I don't buy that. I just don't buy it. Because he hasn't been that way anywhere else. It ain't like he got a reputation of being that way. Whereas like Dejounte kind of got a bit of a reputation of being that way. Some other guys have a bit of a reputation of being that way. Like every stop they have a problem. Whereas with Jordan Poole, I didn't hear that personally. That's just not something I was told. That's not something I was told talking to people in his camp. Now, what they gonna say? Yeah, Chaz, he is a motherfucking problem. Nah, they're not gonna say that anyway. But that's just not something I took away just using basic intelligence, looking at who's saying that, looking at, the goal in saying that, and his response since getting DNPs. Because if I was getting DNPs like this, and my money already guaranteed, I'm just out for the season. Don't worry about it. I'm out for the season. I'm never playing again. So I might. In fact, you can send me home. I'll go home. Who that Nola? What's happening, homie? Who that Nola? Yeah, Austin, it's better to be lucky than good. It's much better to be lucky than good. You can have a whole motherfucking career being lucky. Like, boy, things just worked out. You got the right last name. You got it made. Chris Dunn. I'm happy Chris Dunn found his way back to the league. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, boy. That was a bold-ass shot he took. Bogdanovich. I forgot Bogdanovich was with them boys. Jana say 2 of your starters have 0 points. That's unacceptable. Facts. Yeah, that is kind of bad. Like most of the offense came from like one or two players, mainly Trey in that first quarter. And you ain't, and it's crazy because if you're the coaching staff, you ain't really doing nothing to help your offense either. Say Herb been out there too long. I think who he just checked back in for? I think he checked back in for Sadiq. Let me see. Don going to Madison Square Garden on the 24th. I think the Pels sliding into that 10th spot as Golden State tanks. I don't think it's enough time left, Don. I ain't gonna lie, because the Pelicans still play the Magic. They still play a couple teams that's gonna be battling. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Oh, I thought Poole had that. Say also, why can't Z play more than 28 minutes a game? Also, I think because they were on the back-to-back. I think they were on the back-to-back and it was a blowout. So they kind of was like, ain't no need to really play them no more. Oh, I thought Chris Dunn had that. Look at that, bro. Look at that. Just hustle. Hustle, getting to 50-50 balls, effort by the Clippers. Oh, my God. Anyway. Let me see. Poole has an internet narrative about him. People believe it. Withers didn't have any problems with him, and he was depressed his first season. I think Squallow said, "Whoa, bring Stan Van Gundy back." Stan was my dog. I fucked with Stan. I fuck with Stan because Stan. I mean, I don't know. I'm a low key person, believe it or not. But I like my head coaches to be a volatile motherfucker. Like, hey, what the fuck? I like my head coaches to be like that. Like, y'all saw Udoka the other night. He was like, man, put that bitch back in the game. Put his bitch ass back in the game. Like, man, I like my coach to be crazy like that. Because I need my coach to have qualities that my players don't possess. Like, if I have crazy players, I need my coach to be a calming force. If I have players who not that excitable, I need my coach to be a psychopath. I need my coach to be a motherfucking psychopath. Somebody fighting? What's going on? Oh, all right. Bogdanovich having a flashback. Hold up. Yeah, if I was at the that's the type of person I am as well, Bree. I kind of like to know when shit not going right. No, don't. You don't gotta feed my ego. Don, that's an understatement. I ain't gonna lie. DQ had a couple games with like back to back where his defense was solid, but tonight ain't one of them. Offense or defense. Trey Towns, I get nervous every time I see DQ start hitting the tween. I'm concerned about his stealing right now. I'm concerned about his floor, to be honest, Trey. I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of think the ceiling is limited. I'm concerned about how low the floor is, honestly, because Derek might be one of them second, third contract people. Like the way he find like his niche later on in his career. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because his handle is cool for his height. And that's the thing. Like for his size, his handle is cool. But his handle ain't like nasty for real, in my opinion. Like his handle ain't that crazy. He gets picked bringing the ball up. He gets his pocket picked bringing the ball up the court quite a bit, to be honest. C. Pine said, I personally think Trey Murphy shoots anything. Do you think those shots he needs to take, or am I just bugging? I think, well, what's up, Dakari? I like the confidence from Trey. I do think he needs to shoot a lot of those because Trey is a person kind of like, for a long time, he wouldn't take any shot that was mildly contested. And that was something that behind the scenes, everybody was like, yo, you need to start shooting contested jumpers, bro. You got to start taking some of these difficult shots because the best players, the best scorers in the NBA can score over defenders. You need to start using your height to score over motherfuckers. So I do like that, you know, he'll take a heat check every once in a while. I do like that he'll take a contested jumper. But there are instances where he has too much dip on the chip and it forces a mistake, similar to that Milwaukee game, that first Milwaukee game where they went to overtime. I think as well as Trey played, because Trey had like, 40 points? I think Trey the reason they lost that game down the stretch. Because I think he just overdid it. Turnovers, bad shots that pretty much are turnovers but won't count as turnovers. I think Trey overdid it. Damn, that was cold by Fierce. Big three right there by Herb. Herb is 1 for 3 from behind the arc, if I'm not mistaken. But you know what, Bree? Nah, I just kind of got familiar and introduced to the Poole fan base, so I don't really know if this is the case or not. The person behind the scenes told me that a lot of one of the big reasons why people hate on Poole and the narrative around Poole is what it is because the ladies like Jordan Poole. That's what I was told. Like that's what nigga told me. He's like, Chaz, It's like, oh, another big three by Herb Jones. Herb on fire. He's like, Chaz, the problem is, you know, the ladies like pool. That's kind of like the situation. What he said, it was something with Ice Spice. There was some kind of story that came out with Ice Spice, and Jordan, I never even met Ice Spice. It was like, yeah, man, you know, they just want to tie him to all these bad chicks, and the people who cover him, they hating on him because of that. I'm like, hey, I don't know. I just started getting familiar with Jordan Poole, so I'm like, all right, maybe that's the case. Motherfuckers do hate on you. Yeah, you probably got to sell high on Herb. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold you for a center. Cause that contract, you know. But you know what's funny? Tyree Eason played himself out of so much money. I gotta go check his people. I gotta go check their Instagram. You know, his family be tweeting and shit. I gotta go see what they talking about. I need to see if they still talking cash money shit, or if they kind of like, you know, give them a break. I gotta kind of see what's happening. If they talking cash shit, or is they copping please. Yo, Jeremiah Fizz is having a game. He is having a game. Yeah, I think he is 50% for three right now, ain't he? I think he's 2 for 4. Trey Town say, my only beef with Poole is that he plays like a 6th grader half the time and an all-star the other half. Yeah, that's fair. He say, they worried about Mr. Steal. He gonna be a Mr. Steal Your Girl. Oh, man. Oh, Jordan. Yo, that's twice that Fizz hit a motherfucker with that behind the back handle. Fizz, though, I'm telling y'all, Fizz by year 3 is gonna be a bona fide starter. By year 3, he gonna be a bona fide starter. And if that jumper is real, it might be sooner than that. Dog. I ain't gonna lie. And I can see a situation where, oh, you know what's funny? Now, look, I don't know if this is true or not. But somebody, look, this nigga Schmidt said he think Fierce is Dennis Schroeder. He think Fierce gonna be like Dennis Schroeder. I don't know where that come from. And no disrespect to Dennis Schroeder, but he said he think Fierce gonna be like Dennis Schroeder. I'm like, I guess that's what Schmidt said. I don't know. This is what I was told behind the scenes. I'm like, what? Don't tell me nothing else about these niggas, please. Don't tell me nothing else about these niggas. But yeah, I do think Fizz going to that second unit and being able to like pick his spots a bit better has helped them tremendously. Especially, I mean, again, you playing against not as talented teams, so it's been good. Yep, Dennis Schroeder. That's what I was told. Dennis Schroeder. Good shit, Eve. Nice pass by Poole. They say you got Fizz averaging 15, 5, and 5 next year. To me, that's one of the most underrated parts about Fizz's game, his rebounding. And I think if his rebounding can continue along with that shooting, man. And look, why are you taking Fizz out already? They taking Fizz out right now. That's some bullshit. But if his rebounding continues to trend with that shooting and he just gets a little bit stronger, man, motherfucker gonna be nice, son. He already nice, but he gonna be very nice. He gonna be very nice in my opinion. See, that's yep, Dennis Schroeder. Austin said, I also think Fizz has gotten a lot better over the course of years with his decision making. Yeah, that's why I say about year 3. I think he's already trending in the right direction. He's making some smart passes, especially in transition. But sometimes he get a little trigger happy. Sometimes, you know, he get a little trigger happy the way you got to pull him to the side and give him a talking to, like, calm down, brother, calm down. But I think generally his decision making has gotten much better in my opinion, especially since he's been on that second unit. Say if he's like Schroeder when he plays for Germany, he gonna be crazy nice. Oh yeah, Schroeder a beast for his home country. I don't know what it's based on, Trey Town. I really don't know. I don't know. Some people maybe he just don't like small guards. Maybe that's what it is. I have no idea what it's based on. I don't even think I asked. I just said that's fucking crazy. That's all I really said was that's crazy. That's like saying Herb Jones plays like Dylan Brooks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's so much shit goes into these things. Like, you know what I'm saying? So much shit. Again, if you're a person who, for example, if you think the Pelicans have played bad this season because Fears and Poole haven't been good, or if you, let's say you perceive Fears and Poole not to be good, and you think that's the reason that they played bad this season, and Borrego's your partner, then all you gonna do is shit on Poole and Fears, because you be like, well, you know, they the reason my dog team not winning. Some of that goes into it, and that also could just be his perspective, you know. Also could just be his perspective. I don't think everything is agenda based. Sometimes, you know, that shit is just, that's your opinion. Like, we all on the side opinion. Let me see what y'all saying. So wait, so 16% of y'all say story time is snitching. All right, that's interesting. That's interesting. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button as we trend towards halftime. Boy, they got Chris Dunn out here taking shots. Taking threes. The Pelicans better win this game. Pelicans really better win this game. Honestly, the Pelicans should probably be up 25 right now. Damn, y'all know Zion still don't got a shot attempt? Zion still don't got a shot attempt. We going into halftime, and Zion, this motherfucker ain't even 0 for 1. He don't have a shot attempt. That can't be right. Let me look at this box score. That can't be right. That can't be right. That's not true. Yeah, Zion don't got a single shot attempt. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I'd have threw a chair or something by now. Fuck all that. Trey Town say, hot take, I'm fine with Eve Carlo in the big rotation. Need a third big, but they've improved. Well, that go his first shot attempt right there. I would like a big body center that's dominant on the defensive boards. Like, that would be my goal right now. I'm fine with the Eve and Carlo rotation as well. But see, here's where you run into a problem. Again, you got Derek Queen. And Derek Queen's going to need a lot of minutes at that 4 position. And the 4, even Carlo could play the 4 and 5, but let's say Carlo's a 4, right? That's where he thrives. So if you do bring in another center who's really good at defensive rebounding and really good at shot blocking, what do you do with, you know, Queen and Messi? One of them gonna have to go. In theory, one of Queen, Messi, and Carlo gonna have to go if you bring in another center, because you gotta give Queen those minutes. So that's when shit gonna get ugly. Zion, lucky he didn't pick up his. That would have been his second foul or his third, probably his second. You see, I generally don't understand why he was drafted. I don't understand it neither, honestly. I'm not writing him off yet totally, but I don't understand it. I don't see the vision. But everybody not gonna see your vision. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not gonna see your vision, and I certainly don't see it. I don't see it at all. I ain't gonna lie. I do not see it at all. Fist of Blackstar say Herb and Messi for Ware and filler picks. You think you getting picks for Herb and Messi? I don't know. You might have to give up a pick for Ware, to be honest. I would like to know how Pat Riley feels about Ware. I hope he come out with a interview and talk shit like he did about Tyler Hero. I don't know if they giving up Ware and picks for Herb. So I have a wild question. Would you trade Zion for Jalen Duren? Would I trade Zion for Jalen Duren? I probably would do that. Younger, contract probably not about to be that bad. Can rebound. Bit of an undersized 5. Going to be interesting to see how they play in the postseason. But yeah, I think I would do that. Last year I wouldn't have, but this year I probably would do that. But see, that's the thing too. Like, how much of this is JB Bickerstaff? And if I remove Bickerstaff from the equation, what would happen to Duren? Because I've never seen Duren play this well. But he's so young, so he's still on a rookie scale contract. So I mean, it makes sense why you never seen. What the fuck was that, Eve? Nah, that wasn't no foul. I ain't gonna lie. That was not a foul. I would do it, but I've never seen Duren play well with a questionable coach, like at a high level, and that's the issue. I've never seen him play well with a questionable coach. Because, in my opinion, a very good player can play well. The player individually can play well with any coach. And JB Bickerstaff is one of the best coaches, and really, to me, he brought the talent out of all those guys. Say Zion is going through the motions of the game. Yeah, more or less, Meech. Say John Collins having a stinker. Oh my God. Yeah, him and Chris Dunn. That's what I'm saying. This is a not awesome roster out here right now. The second night of a back-to-back. The Kari said, do you think the Pelicans keep Murray or trade him this offseason? I think they don't have a lot of good offers for him this offseason, and he starts the season as a Pelican personally. Unless the Rockets like, look, we got to make this work with Kevin Durant. We got to make it work, so we got to go get a point guard. If that's the case, I think then they'll go get Dejounte Murray probably. Got a clutch relationship there, so it would make some sense. For Herb and Macy, yeah, I don't. Nah, I still don't think they would give a first up in that scenario because Ware is so much better than Macy. Like, and Herb, let's say if you thought, I think Ware's worked just about Herb and Macy, to be honest. Oh Lord, yeah, it's time for Zion to go sit down. It is ain't his night. Yeah, ain't his night. Never found the rhythm. Man, it's over for him tonight. Zion need to go sit down. And boy, the Pelicans so lucky they playing a not good team. And one. Oh. Pelicans so lucky they playing a not good team. I know it's the second night of a back-to-back, but Zion looked crazy. He looked crazy out there. The effort is kind of eh. You know, effort is kind of meh at best. Not getting no touches, not really building a rhythm. And the Clippers doing everything they can. They missing free throws, missing threes, turning the ball over, and the Pelicans can't run away with this game so far. Yep, on cue, missed another free throw. Oh yeah, if Kawhi was playing with one leg right now, with the way the Pelicans playing, if Kawhi was playing on one leg right now, they'll be busting our ass. Kawhi, Garland, and Mathurin, because can't forget Mathurin not playing. That's 20 plus points right there, just not playing. Let's see. Who's coaching the Pels is the main question. Yeah. I think, and it looked like Mosley is on his way out, so you might end up with Mosley. That looked like that was a foul on the pass also by Zion. I don't think that was a shooting foul. That like a foul on the pass. Might end up with Mosley, though, because Mosley certainly looked like he on his way out from Orlando. Say y'all keep trying to trade our core away. I do wonder who's considered the core at this point. Say no effort, just trying to hit them 65 games. That could be the case. It could be a little bit of sulking because he ain't getting no attempts in the first quarter. I think Zion got 2 shots. No, that pass just now, that missed dunk, that would be what, 3 shot attempts? So Zion probably got what? If I count the free throws and the missed dunk, that's 3 shot attempts total in the first half so far. And he's 0 for 1 on the game. He's 0 for 1 on the entire game. Again, if you're gonna move forward with Zion as the de facto best player on the team, you have to challenge him and you have to give him a healthy appetite of shots. Otherwise, you probably, what you got him out there for? If he not gonna, you know what I'm saying? What you got him out there for? You need to push a you need to put a motherfucker in a position that they can sink or swim so they can seize the reins. You know what I'm saying? You have to put a motherfucker in a position to do that. Oftentimes what happens is you expect people to just grab the brass ring, reach for the brass ring. When that's not their personality, you have to coach them to that. You have to push them to that. You feel me? And if you're not doing that, then you wasting everybody's time here, to be honest. Because no team in the NBA right now is winning when motherfuckers just do what they want to do on the court. Go watch Boston. And I know this is a bad example because Joe Mazzulla is so great. But watch Boston, how Boston coaches the team with Jaylen Brown, right? Watch Boston when the team coaches Jaylen Brown. I don't give a fuck if Derek White hit 5 threes in a row. When it's winning time, Jaylen Brown, they all like, all right, wait a minute. Let's start looking for Jaylen. Where's Jaylen? And even if Jaylen not looking for the ball, they be like, hey, come get the ball. Like, because you need to have established a hierarchy so at the end of the games, everyone's not confused and ain't a bunch of goofy shit happening. Louisiana guys at Chaz, what the content gonna look like this offseason? We doing it in NFL or WNBA streams? Definitely gonna be doing a little bit of NFL. I'm gonna be doing some wrestling as well. General NBA content, free agency. I am interested to see what's gonna happen with the WNBA now that that salary cap situation has been resolved. Yeah, general NBA coverage for us, unfortunately, again, we're gonna be on fucking Giannis watch, seeing where Giannis goes. I'm getting sick of that shit, I ain't gonna lie. But free agency, trade, little draft preparation. We gotta watch the lottery to see what's gonna happen with the Pelicans pick, unfortunately. And I'm gonna be filming a couple short films this offseason as well. So I might have a little bit of a break in the summer to where I'm just filming those short films, probably like a couple weeks, and then I'll be able to come back and be on top of the content. I know some people asked about doing the live NFL watch-alongs. I just don't know how transferable that would be to the live stream, to be honest, because do y'all really want to watch motherfucker go first and 5? Oh, I'm sorry, 1st and 10. 2-yard run off tackle. 3rd and 8, 2nd and 8. 2-yard run off tackle. Y'all don't want to watch me talk about that. Say that, my bad. Say Kawhi was like that at first too. Yeah, Kawhi didn't really become Kawhi until that second finals. That's when Kawhi really became Kawhi. That second finals, bruh. This motherfucker was a monster. Kawhi might have the best finals appearance that I've seen in my lifetime, because I didn't watch Jordan and shit like that. I didn't see Jordan. Kawhi might have one of the most dominant finals appearances I've seen. This motherfucker was just. This dude was a monster on both ends, dog. The play. Well, the numbers don't necessarily reflect. God damn, John Collins is fucking talented. But still, need a real go. My bad. The squadron said, "Oh yeah, Hunter Dickinson looks like fucking." Oh yeah, Dirk. Now Dirk is another one. My bad, Dirk. Dirk is another one. It is funny that both of them situations happened against LeBron. Now Dirk is another one. I'm talking about just nigga. Oh, there go John Collins. We talked him up, y'all. Bree, you talked up John Collins. Now he balling. Say relax, Zion is doing what Joe Dumars wants him to do. That's what Don Guillory say. Dakari say the Pels should let James go after the season. Unfortunately, he won't because he's there too cheap. I don't necessarily agree with the too cheap. Herb with a big 3. I don't necessarily agree with the too cheap situation, because now they might be cheaper now than they were under the Griff regime, maybe, because they was losing too. But they spent $5 million on Stan Van. Oh, Carlo, what the hell? Good shit, Carlo. They spent $5 million on Stan. They spent another, they gave us paying Willie Green well. I'm not sure that they would cheap out. I think their budget is probably about $5 million. That was a good defense right there by Zion. John Collins kind of forcing it. It went in just now, but he had Brook Lopez wide open on the left wing. Say Herb flashing it. Yeah, Herb look all right today. See, I say too much. I gotta stop yapping, because why John Collins making shot? Yeah, John Collins, he got the clippers on his motherfucking back right now. Pool team high, plus minus. Need to push narratives. Louisiana gal said, right, I'm so tired of that Giannis talk. I'm exhausted. Do you think Dumars trade the Milwaukee pick for next year? That's my nice finish through contact right there by Trey. That's the thing. I don't think he'll trade it. I don't think he'll trade that pick based on, especially if Giannis is gone. I think he's keeping that pick, because there aren't a ton of superstar caliber players available via trade. And the ones that are available right now via trade, like Ja Morant, maybe Julius Randle, guys like that, the quote unquote stars. Zach LaVine, who's 2-time All-Star, Sabonis. I don't think you would need to include that that particular pick. I think you don't start discussing. I think no matter what, you don't trade that pick, because I don't think Giannis is traded for no star players and the Bucks go on a run to make the play-in. I don't think that'll happen. But I think after you trade Giannis, you hold on to that pick for dear life. And you don't know what your situation is going to be if you're the Pelicans, because if you have a bad season, if that pick lands in the top 4, you keep both of the picks. You feel me? So I think you keep all your draft powder dry in the event somebody unsuspectingly becomes available. Like this will never happen. This ain't the Pelicans' luck or life. But hypothetically speaking, if a nigga like Ant become available, boy, that pick gotta go. Or let's say if they like, Jason Tatum, he ain't the same. Y'all won't give us that pick for Jason Tatum? I'm like, yeah, I'll probably do it. Let's do it. That's a deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Brian say our defense got a little better though. Well, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, most hated. Look who they playing. just to keep it a buck, like they ain't playing nobody. Like the Clippers' best player is probably John Collins right now. Probably John Collins. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. They ain't really got nobody, and Bogdanovich, they all right. But the Clippers, let me see, the Clippers are 10 for 15 from the free throw line. So if they made them 5 free throws, they'd be leading the game right now. Brook Lopez only took 4 shots. He's 0 for 1 from behind the arc. This is an ugly game. This is a very ugly game. But you're getting by because if you want to balance it out, you're getting by because Zion he's only 1 for 2. So he in 3 for 4 from the free throw line. If you want to balance it out, he's only giving you 5 points. Sadiq Bey only has 3 points. Herb has 9 points, which is his season average. Eve Messi has 7 points. He's 3 for 3 from the field. Jeremiah Fizz has 8 points. Damn, 8 points on 7 shots don't really equate to a quality game. It's one of them games you got to really watch to get the context of how well Jeremiah Fizz was playing. Carlo hasn't scored, which is surprising. The game's a lot closer than it should be. Maybe they start feeding Zion more in the second half and they kind of open the game up a bit more. But this has been a very ugly game for the Pelicans. The Pelicans lucky to be leading this game, to be honest. Because if the Clippers didn't miss so many fucking free throws, the Pelicans would be winning. I'm sorry, the Clippers would be winning this game, probably going away. I see AD big on Fierce. Oh, Antonio Daniels, yeah. Game Osborne, what's happening with your homie? He said, hell nah. He said, hell nah, story time ain't snitching. What's going on with Tubby? Oh nah, this not necessarily Tubby. This not necessarily Tubby, but it's in the arena. It's in that arena. P Fowler said, hi brother, hi Pels fam. What up with you, P Fowler? Yo sis, I saw your orders as well. Thank you for your support. If you get a chance on Twitter or Instagram, DM me your order number so I can keep you updated. Now I'll send you the tracking number and things of that nature. Most haters say just unload Looney and Poole. Gotta extend Bay and Dejounte and add one more piece. You would extend Dejounte, most hated? Steph against Boston was pretty impressive. Yeah, Steph against Boston was pretty impressive as well. Yeah. Steph against Boston in that finals was really impressive as well. That was that boy first finals MVP. Probably first and last, but he did what he needed to do. But yeah, Hunter Dickinson, you know what I hope? Because H Bizzle, I see you say, what about taking a shot at Walker Kessler? I think Walker Kessler gonna get I think he gonna get too much money. Even coming off that shoulder injury, now that they got Jaren Jackson Jr., they probably gonna be like, fuck it, now we going for it. We gotta pay Kessler. We going for it. That's why I think gonna end up happening. I think that's why we gonna end up happening. I think they're gonna end up paying Kessler. I don't think he gonna get that $20 million. He might get like a, I don't know. He might get a Kuminga deal, like 2 years, $36 million with a player option or a team option on that second year, so he can opt out and get a longer contract. You see, Louisiana Gal say they want to avoid a Seahawks situation. You think they may Gal do the same thing? If you guess who's going to be the successor, far as I know, Dennis Lausch and Mickey Loomis are like pretty much the executives of that estate. Then you got Greg Bensel. The Gal don't have any kids, I don't think. I think if something happened to Gal, Dennis Lausch would run the team, and I think they end up selling it probably to Ty Graves. I honestly think that would be the sequence of events. If something happened to Gal, Dennis Lausch would probably end up selling it to Ty Graves or to because Ty Graves is raising Canes. Maybe the Smoothie King guy. Maybe he would want it. I believe he's from Kenner, Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there will be a shortage of suitors looking to buy the team. I was told this a little while ago that Morris Bart at one point was interested in buying like a little bit of majority interest. Like he had put together a group, like an ownership group. You could put together an investment group and buy a lion's share of the team. I think at one time he was interested in doing that, and they kind of turned him away. I'm not sure. I got to go back and check the numbers on that and see if that was prior to the NBA taking ownership, or if that was like post NBA, post Tom Benson buying the team. But I do think that if something happened to Gale, Dennis Lautcher would sell the team to Ty Graves if he wanted to buy it. Hold on, my bad. Giving Sadiq extension depends on their price. Well, I don't think he'll get more than Herb on the extension. I don't think he would. Just based on the age. Because by the time the extension comes, because he's still on a contract next year for $6 million. So I think his extension probably look like between I think you gotta give him at least a Nickeil Alexander-Walker contract, right? Maybe not though. I don't know. Cause is he older than no, he came in the league after Nickeil, if I'm not mistaken. He came in the league after Nickeil. So he might, I don't know. He might ask for a Nickeil Alexander-Walker level contract. He might ask for that contract. Matter of fact, let's take a look. Let's see how much Nickeil contract is. Nickeil. Type in his first name. He the only Nickeil I ever heard of. So let's see. Oh yeah, yeah. I think he asking probably for a little bit more than Nickeil. Nickeil 27. Sadiq Bey probably what? How old is Sadiq Bey? Sadiq Bey is probably like 26 or something along those lines. So he probably get about a little more than Nickeil. I think you probably start him out at closer to 16 per year. Hold on, Sadiq. Hold on, am I spelling Sadiq name wrong? Is Sadiq name with 2 Q's? Am I tripping? Is it with 2 D's? Pause. Yeah. So let's see how old Sadiq is. Sadiq is 26. He's under contract next year for $6 million. I would probably be open to like give him about 2 contract. I wouldn't mind giving him like 240 because his contract is short. But if it's like 3-4 years, I wouldn't mind going from like, you say 15 mil max, D. I wouldn't mind doing like maybe 17, starting at 17, 8, because it's hard to justify paying Sadiq. If I'm Sadiq's agent, you can't justify paying Sadiq less than Herb Jones to me. And I just saw Herb Jones' extension. So that's why I wouldn't extend Sadiq now. I would have to see how Sadiq played next year and then probably extend him. Because if this is a fucking an anomaly and next year he go into it and he stinks up the joint kind of like Herb, then I just gave you a fucking crazy extension that I'm immediately regretting. So, because you don't want to end up in Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is a champion, but you don't want to end up in a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope type situation where you give a motherfucker this big contract and he don't earn a penny of it. Like, he just look crazy. Bree said give Sadiq a $15 million deal if he plays better than his contract. Troy Weaver seems like a genius. Yeah, that might be one of the reasons that they do look to extend on his offseason. And be like, look, we're going to extend you early so we can pay you less. But, I don't know. Because this is, so much of this is recency bias. And it is based on his play as well. But so much of it is recency bias because if Sadiq was a free agent this upcoming offseason, he would get at least $18 million. He'd probably get like a fucking Hartenstein contract or something, right? But if Sadiq was a free agent in 27, 28, we don't know what his market would be. Just like with Herb Jones. If Herb Jones was a free agent this offseason, Herb Jones might be looking at $6 million. Based on his numbers and performance this year, he might get like $6 million, $8 million. He wouldn't get no 15 in the free agent market. He damn sure ain't getting 20 as a free agent. So, like, that's how quick the narrative can change around these players. So Dexter say, Well, I'm sorry. I gotta catch up on y'all. The Kari said, "With big man, you think the Pelicans could target via free agency?" I think they're gonna go after. I think they're gonna go after Marvin Bagley if he's still a free agent. Marvin Bagley, Precious Achiuwa. Via trade, I hope they go after Goga Batadze because they need a big body center who can rebound, hit an occasional three. Let me see. Hold up. Blueprint said, "What's with Zion not being aggressive? I got money on, bro. That's why you're not being aggressive. I don't bet on Pelicans, bro. I learned my lesson. The Pelicans made me stop gambling. I don't bet on these niggas. Oh no, I had to learn my lesson." Stoic Mello said, "Why would they extend Bay?" You mean off season? This upcoming off season? I mean, he's played very well. You can get a head start and not let him enter free agency where he may have a robust market. It's a guy Troy Weaver drafted, so I'm sure he's gonna have some affinity for him. I do think they're gonna extend him personally. I do believe that they will try to extend him. Say, can the Pelicans can they pay Sadiq and keep Dejounte? In theory, yes, because Jordan Poole will be expiring. So by the time a Sadiq Bey extension will kick in, Jordan Poole's contract will be falling off the books if they were to keep him, right? But you still would be in a tough spot filling out the rest of your roster because this is 26, 27. Yeah, you still would be in a tough spot filling out the rest of this roster. Let's go to 27, 28. So this would be your roster for 27, 28, right? Zion Williamson, Dejounte Murray, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, Fierce Queen, Eve, Bryce McGowan's on non-guaranteed, Micah Peavy. You got to think about extending Eve. You ain't got no center really. No. At some point, and let's add Sadiq Bey to this. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. If I add Sadiq Bey, that'll be 10. That'll be 10 players, and this is not a very good team on paper. This is not a very good team. So, and now you got a Zion extension you got to consider if he gets extended. I think if you're extending Sadiq Bey, Herb or Dejounte got to go. And Herb or Dejounte probably got to go no matter what anyway. But if you're extending Sadiq Bey, Herb or Dejounte probably got to go. Because it gets to the point where that team just gets too expensive. Because mind you, you still don't have a bona fide starting center. Like bona fide starting center. You still got questions with your shooting. You haven't added any shooting yet. You ain't really got no depth on this roster. You know what I'm saying? The second unit kind of shaky. One of them gotta go. One of them gotta go. You say Sadiq just tweaking? If it comes down to Sadiq and Herb, wow. I probably go the opposite direction. I probably say Herb gotta go in that scenario if it came down to those two. But let's see here. Hold up. But Sadiq usage here is high. Another team he probably won't be using that role. Now that's true as well. But then you can say, well, the way Zion plays and him still kind of being an injury risk and the number of injuries the Pelicans have had this year, Trey missing some time, Zion missing some time, Herb missing some time, even Sadiq missing some time. You would need a guy that can step into a larger role and a larger shot diet if necessary. So that's why you would probably keep Sadiq Bey in that scenario. That's one thing you can tell yourself. I mean, Dexter says if Zion keeps being this passive with shot attempts, he better get ready to get a team-friendly deal thrown at him when his contract is up. Man, I think Zion probably get like the Brandon Ingram deal, something along that lines, and you can argue that that's an overpay, the way because your numbers are your usage is lower than ever, but your numbers are going down, and the numbers are what get you paid. You ain't averaging 24 and 25 no more. You averaging like 21. Y'all ain't winning no games. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you better take this 40 mil. Say who has been the most consistent player on the Pels this season in my opinion? Honestly, I probably would say Zion, just from the standpoint of he scores about the same amount of points every game. After that, I might say Sadiq Bey. If I'm zoomed out, looking at the totality of the season, I might say Sadiq Bey. If we talking about players that really play a lion's share of minutes. Well, who that? He said, what's up with our center, the G League? Oh, you talking about Hunter Dickinson. Yeah, Hunter's nice. Now, what I hope they don't do is look at what Hunter Dickinson is doing and be like, oh, we don't need a center. We got Hunter Dickinson. And like, look, I like Hunter Dickinson, but no. You need to go get a real an athlete. No, you need to get a motherfucker that you know, can really play some ball. Hunter Dickinson is all right, though. I ain't turning my nose up at him, but still. Squallow say Safa Sadiq is 140% of his that minimum, which would put him in the neighborhood about 21. Yeah, I don't, man. Because again, if I'm the Pelicans, if I'm Sadiq Bey agent, you not giving Sadiq Bey less money than Herb Jones, and you damn sure not giving him less than Nickeil Alexander-Walker. We starting at like 18. And whatever happens from there happens. And Sadiq Bey on cue hits a big three off of Zion action. We starting at 18. And we gonna go from there, up or down. We going from there. But we starting around there. Cause I got underpaid this year. I took I only made $6 million this year. I got underpaid. That was a terrible pass by Zion. But can Sadiq Bey hit again? Yeah, look, I'm telling y'all. Look, Sadiq Bey with another big three. Sadiq Bey probably gonna ask for like $20 million. He gonna ask for $20 million. If he didn't get hurt in Atlanta, he might already have it. But say Zion is getting the biggest extension he could get. Pause. Yeah, I think it's gonna be in the neighborhood of like 40. I don't think it's gonna be like 50 or 45. I would be shocked if he ended up getting like 47 million. I'm like, what the fuck? I don't think I would like that deal. Louisiana Gal said, I could be wrong, but 27-28 is the expansion year, so one of those players won't be on the team. Yeah, if you can only protect 8, man, I ain't gonna lie. I would have a hard time protecting Derek Queen as it currently stands. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see. I told you, like, as it currently stands, the guys I'm protecting is probably like Zion. Then I gotta think to myself, like, well, fuck, can I trade him? Like, but it'll be Zion, Trey, Fears, Bey, Carlo, Eve. I mean, I guess I protect Bryce. And then it get kind of funny. Like, I probably Dejounte, because I feel like, fuck, I could trade. I ain't gonna just let you take him. Probably Dejounte, maybe. But I ain't say Fears. My bad, Bree. I ain't say Fears. But yeah, Fears, of course. Yeah. Yeah, Trey always missing Messi down the middle of the lane for some reason. That's like a weird vision issue. He misses him a lot down the middle of the lane, wide open. Say, would I extend Sadiq Bey, Dakari? Yeah, I would. I would do it. I wouldn't trade him at all. I would extend him. Because the Pelicans have such a hard time getting talent, man. My thing is, I know a lot of people were advocating for trading Sadiq Bey. It's like, no, you won that trade. Just take what you got and take your money and go home. You won that shit. I would extend to me. I would do it. Don say the whole offense is Zion Gravity. Dumont knows that. Now they do benefit a ton of Zion Gravity. Say what's up? Say what's up, Chaz. D for real. Say, would you resign CJ for like 2 years, $30 million? Well, they don't have. Ooh boy, that was a nasty collision right there. I didn't like how Derrick Jones Jr. landed on that knee. It looked like he could have hyperextended his knee. I'm glad he didn't. If CJ was willing to take that deal, I would like to bring CJ back. That would, potentially solve your shooting issue. But it depends on what you think they need the most. Like, if you signed CJ via free agency for $215 and you were still able to go trade for like a nice rotational center who can start, then cool. But if signing CJ prohibited me from getting a center, I don't think I would do it. Well, ain't a ton of free agent centers on the market like that coming this offseason. It's a very shallow market. Like, what you gonna do? Get Brook Lopez? Like, you know what I'm saying? You could get away with a motherfucker like Precious Achiuwa, I think. I ain't know what happened just now in that drive. I don't know what the Clippers were doing right there. You see the whole. Let me see. Trey. I'm gonna say. Trey has a problem seeing the middle of the floor. I think a lot of players on this team have that problem. Yeah, that could definitely be it. That could definitely be it. Cause I've been seeing that a few games in a row this season, where it's like, yo, he cut wide open down the middle of the court, pass the ball, and no one passes the ball. So I've seen that. Boy, they missing a lot of free throws. The Clippers just, they look bad. This would be their fourth loss in a row. Say Zion not even trying to score. I'm starting to feel like he's doing this on purpose. You think so, Dexter? Think so? You think he just overpassing the basketball? Some contender gonna pick CJ up, most likely. Most likely. Know what CJ will be really good at, bro. Would fit CJ's game like a glove. Boston. Just shooting the basketball. Just CJ, you can shoot as many threes as you want. It don't matter. Shoot that shit. Like, man, CJ would look like a fucking monster with Boston. Josh Murdoch say, what up, Chaz? North Carolina just sold against VCU. Oh, man. Oh, what y'all think about Master P potentially getting that job in Arizona? What y'all think about that? Potentially getting it. Like, supposedly he wants to be a head coach over there. That would be nice, man. Dakari say, what do you think with Queen? Do you think Queen would start or keep on the second unit? Oh, I'm keeping Queen on the second unit. I'm keeping Queen on the second unit. Derek Queen's gonna be in Summer League next year, y'all. Derek Queen's gonna be in the Summer League next year. And if he's not in the Summer League next year, it's gonna be because something dumb happened. Because Derek Queen, he should be in the Summer League next year. And it's fucked up, but he should be in the Summer League next year. I don't think Fears will be in the Summer League next year. He might, but I don't think he should. Bree say, shout out to my alum, VCU. They won, Josh. Louisiana say, always bet the under on Zion on back-to-backs. He always look exhausted and a step too slow. I think the last time Zion played well on the back-to-back was against the 76ers when they didn't have, I'm not Giannis, Joel Embiid. But yet and still, good play right there by Eve Messi. Yet and still, Zion's performance tonight it looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It looked crazy. Like, yeah, on one hand, you could say, the team was playing well. I didn't want to be selfish. Guys were in the rhythm. I wanted to make the right passes and do what I could do, to just help contribute to winning the game. But it ain't like Zion got no 10 rebounds out there, no shit like that. It was like, I don't know. He just don't look good. Like, honestly, he subbed out right now. Head down. You know what I'm saying? That was good defense right there on that particular possession, but still. D say no accountability. He do got that thumb injury too. Now that's something to keep an eye on. Cause I'm like, what the fuck happened there? Cause I don't know when that happened, but he had that wrap on his hand in the last 2 games. I wonder if that has something to do with it. That could have something to do with it. He got that wrap on his thumb. I missed somebody comment about Zion's trainer. I looked at Zion's trainer account, dude doing red light therapy. He locked in for that money. I hope he stay consistent with it. Just as a fan of his game and a fan of the Pelicans, I want him to be as successful as possible. Just as a fan of his game and a fan of the Pelicans generally. Damn, the Lakers came all the way back versus the Heat. Lakers walked the motherfucking Heat down. Let me see here. Say, whoa, homie. Whoa, what up, Sis Boy Black? Say, how my boy Queen been playing? Queen having a rough game tonight. I ain't gonna lie. DQ's had a rough game tonight defensively so far. He's had a rough game tonight. I will be honest with you. Recently, I want to say the last few games, his defense has been all right. It's been all right, but tonight ain't one of them nights. I ain't gonna lie. Louisiana guys that Master P has lived the best life ever. Made $100 million playing the NBA, platinum albums, building wheelchairs, special needs kids, rap snacks, leading the college program, etc. Oh yeah, Master P is the man. Yo, I think I uploaded it on this channel. I got a documentary I did about Master P. Dog, it was so many things I had to talk about It was fucking ridiculous. Movies. Hold on. And shout out to my dog Ryan, man. My dog Ryan sent me so much fire Master P gear. Movies. Look, he got a seltzer. He got a seltzer. Make him say unseltzer. Can y'all see this can? The make him say unseltzer. He got a seltzer. He got water. He got cereal. He got everything. Like it's crazy. Like the dude, a hustler. He had a doll. Man had a fucking doll. A doll. He had a doll. He had a doll. Like, come on, man. Like this man done live 1,000 people lifetimes. He had wrestlers. And he had the No Limit Soldiers in WCW. This man done lived 1,000 people lifetimes. It's crazy. It's crazy. Say Trey's ball and Zion just out there. And Zion just kind of just he ain't, the way this game is going, like you ain't have to play tonight. Zion 1 for 3, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Hold on, let me refresh this. This might not be the same. Yeah, the boy's got his own money. His Highness. Yeah, Zion. Yeah, you ain't have to play tonight, to be honest. You ain't have to play tonight. Yeah, this just one of them games played things. We gonna count it toward games played. The problem is you fucking up your average not performing tonight. But again, luckily, and this is a close game with a lot of time left. Luckily, they ain't needed you to perform at a major level tonight. But still, say he can't miss more than one more game. Oh damn! I wonder if they do the thing the way like they start him in a game and just take him out after the first couple minutes. I wonder if they do something like that. Oh yeah, and he had the little Romeo show. He had Uncle P. Master P did a lot of shit, dog. Austin said the game's played for Zion. He my dog, but damn. Yeah, it might be. But my thing is, if you Zion, you might as well have just started the motherfucking game. Said, achoo! And like, sub me out. I'm sick. This got subbed out. That way, you could have just, relaxed. Yeah, Zion, he don't care about no averages and all that. That's not his game. That's not his game. Like, if Zion got 24 points and he needs to average 25, he gonna just end the game with 24. He ain't really tripping. But see, that's the thing. For me, I want the team to average a psychopath. I mean, to add a psychopath. The thing with Fears, now I do think Fears has that psychopath, psychotic mind state to where like, man, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I need to protect my numbers. I'm going to score. I do think Fears is like that. But my thing with that is like, he years away. I wish Zion had that mentality to where, like Cade Cunningham, and again, Cade Cunningham had to get JV Bickerstaff, but Cade Cunningham will shoot 46 shots and in the game with 45 points. Like, nigga, you shot 46 shots for 45 points? Good defense by Trey. Say Ant played 3 minutes out of the day and they say the game won't count for 65? Damn. That's like boxing. Yeah, Carlo, that was embarrassing. That's the second missed dunk of the night for the Pelicans. Oh, there you go. Andres Velasquez said, can the Clippers win tonight? Yes, they can. Yes, they can. Yeah, Dakari, Master P, actually, he had an agency. Well, he was Ricky Williams' agent. Ricky Williams was kind of wild, though. Ricky Williams wanted to have a totally incentive-based contract. Totally. And people blame Master P. But it was Ricky Williams' fault. Ricky Williams asked that. I had Zion down for 15. I'm sick. Oh, now Blueprint, you got time to get that. Because it's a close game. Zion might come back and start playing for real. You got time. Squallow say they're gonna honor Zion's contract just like they did for this season. Oh, you mean like guaranteed? He already got most of it. That was an offensive foul by Fears. He already got a large chunk of it guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, what they doing? Good defense right there by Fears. I say Fears be point shaving. I remember when he used to score. Yeah, you remember he used to score at the end of the game. That shit used to get on my nerves. I ain't gonna lie. Now I kind of appreciate it, but that used to get on my nerves, dog. It really did. That shit used to get on my nerves. There go Derek Queen. Now Derek Queen either gonna rescue this game or he gonna put the game in the coffin for the Pelicans. He either gonna save the Pelicans or he gonna put the nail in the coffin. Let's see what DQ do to end this third. DQ's had some quality runs in the third quarter of the last few games where he put together some nice stretches for the team when they couldn't score. Say that ESPN cover on Ricky was crazy. Yeah, I wish we knew more about mental health back then. I really wish we knew more about mental health back then and what Ricky Williams was dealing with. Cause that was crazy. That was a crazy little era from what I read. Of course, I ain't see that much of it, but that was a crazy era. I wasn't really watching football at that time. It's a big and one right there by Sadiq Bey. Don said, I love Zion mentality, coach's dream. There's horrible coaches except for K and Stan Van Gundy, most unselfish star I've seen. And that's the thing. You gotta be selfish to a degree to, I don't want to say succeed, but you gotta have a level of selfishness as well, because I think that's a part of accountability too, and a part of leadership. It's like, yo, we need you right now. It's time to get selfish. I think that's a part of it as well. It's a part of growth. And I knew that was a problem with Zion some years ago. I think it might have been a 49-win season where I was just like, oh yeah, dog, you just too giving. Like, you too giving of a player. Oh, that bitch was halfway down. Pelicans got lucky right there. Can they score? Look, Sadiq Bey got the team on his back again. And Sadiq Bey got the team on his back. Bang. Miller answer was 2. I don't even know who some of these dudes are for the Clippers, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I do not know who some of these motherfuckers are. Pelicans getting lucky tonight, because this is way too tight of a game considering who the Clippers got out there. Seriously. Say he has no ego. It's selfish for him to refuse to score. Yeah, and look, you need a bit of an ego, dog, because you can't let an ego guarantees motherfuckers won't mistreat you. Because you like, I ain't taking that. I ain't gonna stand for that. Like, you gotta have a bit of an ego to be successful on a high level. Look, Derek Queen with a big 3 right there. I told y'all, man. Either Derek Queen gonna help him or he gonna hurt him. So far, he helping. Don's our team Zion take over many games. I seen him take over quite a few as well. He just got, boy, Derrick Jones Jr. ended up on the floor a lot. Let me see here. Check the box score real quick. Refresh this. Let's see. I ain't gonna lie, boy. The Pelicans getting bailed out tonight by these no-name players and them missing free throws as well. Because let's see how many free throws the Pelicans got. Clippers have missed 6 free throws so far. The Pelicans missed 2. That's really a large part of the game, because they about what with shots from beyond the arc. Clippers also haven't been very efficient at the rim. Pelicans winning a lot of these possession things. Yeah, that's my thing. He said, why Jones Jr. got 20 points? He just 100% effort player. He a dude that always play well against the Pelicans, though. I don't know what it is. Derrick Jones Jr. hate Trey Murphy for some reason. He hates Trey Murphy for some reason. Every time the Clippers play the Pelicans, for some reason, Derrick Jones Jr. just takes advantage of Trey Murphy. I don't know what that rivalry is, but he just cannot stand Trey Murphy for some reason. Another big Sadiq Bey shot. So Sadiq Bey got, 3, 5, 7 points this quarter. Sadiq Bey really putting the team on his back right now. Zion versus Minnesota, 43 Zion this year versus Minnesota Spurs Chicago. Now, Zion last year versus Minnesota was crazy. That was his last game of the season, right? After that, I think he just shut it down. That's one of the reasons why I don't take a lot away from how teams in the season going into the next season. Because the way, God damn, Derrick Jr. got 15 points this quarter? Shit. Oh, yeah, I ain't think about the start of the quarter. I'm tripping. But, like with Luke Kennard. Not Luke Kennard. That's K. Sanders. I don't know why the fuck I say Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard don't play for them no more. Yeah, that's why I don't take away much from, like, how teams end seasons. Because last season, the Pelicans ended the season playing well. The last time the Pelicans were trying with Zion, they ended the season well, but that shit didn't translate over to this season. I think he started the season playing well. Zion did, but generally, that shit ain't mean nothing. So the Pelicans have given up the lead. I like Isaiah Jackson. Isaiah Jackson was with Indiana, and he tore his Achilles, and he was another person that was gonna get paid. He was another person that was gonna get paid when he was with Indiana before tearing his Achilles. And if I'm not mistaken, he tore his Achilles against the fucking Pelicans, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you say Sadiq got 15 this quarter. Oh, okay, god damn. don't know how I didn't even notice that he was on. Oh yeah, because he started the quarter with like what 2-3 threes in a row or some shit like that. He started the quarter hitting a couple big shots, so makes sense. Say what the fuck is happening? Well, Austin, bro, you let bad teams stick around, man, and that's how it go. And again, the Pelicans never were in full control of this game, to be honest. Now they got Zion back in, Pools back in. Hopefully they can go on a run and take this game from the Clippers like they should. But I'm not super confident. But see, here's the thing. The fact that this game, well, what up, Mike? What up with your homie? The fact that this game is as close as it is, in comparison to the game last night, keep in mind, the game last night started this way. The game last night was a dogfight. Y'all was down, 18 if I'm not mistaken. Clippers just ran out of gas. Kawhi ankle flared up or whatever the fuck happened. Garland never got it going, and the Pelicans just ran him off the court. Tonight, that ain't happening so far, but it's a lot of time left. The Pelicans are still going to run at the end of this quarter, going into the fourth quarter. They just got to hope that the Clippers don't get hot from beyond the arc, because the Pelicans have made more than enough threes so far for them. I mean, because it's the Pelicans. I mean, they've made more than enough threes for them to win games. Says 6-1 Black says Zion has only taken 3 shots. Yep. That's on everybody. That's on Zion, including the coaching staff. But tonight, watching how this game has been played, I put that on Zion personally. Because ain't no way in the world I'm leaving here with less than 12 motherfucking shots. Like, come on, man. Zion, again, he just kind of floating through the game right now, to be honest. He kind of just, I'm here, I'm going to run up and down the court, make a couple passes here and there, but Don said Willie shut our season down with the pool BS really affected our season. Yeah, you could tell the players just, they're like mentally, they was done with Willie Green. That shit was so difficult to hide on the court. It was just glaring, bro. Like, they could not fucking stand no Willie Green. Like, mentally, it was awful. Mentally, it was awful for the guys. Like I told you, I had people calling me that, like, we cool, but we don't, like, talk, like, on the phone. But they call me, like, man, this is what's going on, da-da-da-da. I told y'all about this in the membership shit. Like, yo, man, this is going on. This is how the practice is being ran. Willie got into it with Poole. Trey ain't got no legs right now because of this, and this. Like, yeah, it had got ugly. It had got ugly behind the scenes. Not, like, volatile ugly, but it had got bad. Now, here come Herb Jones. Herb Jones has hit a couple big threes tonight so far. He might be due for a couple more winning plays. So they took out Sadiq. So Sadiq probably, I don't think he's going to start the first. But look, Herb Jones got a rebound off of a Clippers miss at the free throw line. So I think the Clippers have missed like 7 free throws. Clippers missed like 7 free throws. And Jordan Poole has a huge 3 to give the Pelicans the lead again. That was a good hustle play by Herb Jones. Good pass to the corner by Jordan Poole. Big shot by Jordan Poole to take advantage and give the Pelicans the lead again. That's what I'm saying. The Clippers missing all these free throws. That's really the game for them. And Zion fouled Miller. Miller going to the line. Yo, if you're in the building, if you haven't hit the like button yet, take a second, hit the like button, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in with me. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Consider becoming a member if you aren't a member already. Much love to all y'all, man. Appreciate all y'all in the building. And look, he missed another free throw. That's 8 missed free throws for the Clippers. Again, I'm just being real. I don't know. The fourth quarter coming up, but the Pelicans are getting extremely lucky tonight. Extremely lucky. And that's why I don't buy the narrative that this team is improving, because you playing against some fucking no-name scrub motherfuckers. I don't call them scrubs. You playing against some no-name ass players, most of these guys, and you in a motherfucking dog fight, tooth and nail battle. You should be blowing these dudes out, man. You should be running these dudes off the court. But it's all about finding a way to win. That goes 7 points for who had bet on Zion for 15. That's 7 right there. So you halfway home. Good hustle and put back right there for Zion. Right now, the Pelicans got to watch beyond the arc, because the Clippers was starting to heat up a little bit from beyond the arc. And the Pelicans give up offensive rebound off the Bogdanovich. I forgot all about Bogdanovich. He had a good first half. Say, this is almost like the Pels with all these missed free throws. Exactly, right? Exactly. Hey, sometimes shit balances out. Sometimes shit balances out. Pelicans missing all these. And look, the Clippers got way more free throws than the Pelicans. That's the crazy part. They got way more. They just missing them motherfuckers. There goes Zion. Zion waking up, finally, stepping up to the plate. Shout out to Zion. Finally coming through in the clutch. I think Zion got what, like 5 shots now? Is that 5 shots on the game for Zion? Can he go on a run in the fourth quarter and get you 12 points in himself? We shall see. I thought that should have been. Oh, good one. Can he go on a run in the fourth quarter and get you about 12 points himself? We shall see. Yeah, 5 shots is kind of crazy. 5 shots is kind of crazy for your starting best player. It is. It's not even kind of crazy. It's crazy. Like, you played the whole game? Yeah. How many shots you ended with? 8. Nigga, what? Like, that's kind of... That is fucking crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Like, nigga, you played the whole game? Yeah. You got 8 shots? All right. You say, dude, why Z look so upset, bro? What's going on outside of basketball? I don't know if you think he look upset. He looked like he just, couldn't. He just having a bad game to me. Or like, if not a bad game, he looking like he having an uneventful game to me. I don't know if he, boy, that was not the play. That's not the motherfucker you really wanted running to the corner right there. If you the Clippers. Because I don't even think Eve blocked that. All right, y'all. So the Pelicans are up 3. Versus the Clippers going into the fourth. What will they do? They had relinquished the lead for a little while. The Clippers had a chance to go up 3. And they missed the free throw. Jordan Poole, again, hit a big 3 to put the Pelicans up. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, Jordan Poole with a big 3 put the Pelicans up. Zion got it going. He scored about 5 points in a row. Zion scored about 5 points in a row. So now the Pelicans are up 3. The Clippers keep at this point. I might do a hack a shack with the Clippers because they missing like this. They got bad nerves. They hearing footsteps because they lost them 3 points in the game. Oh, they is giving Eve Messi that block. It don't look like Eve touched that ball to be honest, but they giving Eve that block and giving Zion the rebound there. This is a crazy game. This is an ugly game. This is a knockout, drag-out game versus a team that's not looking very promising right now. If you the Clippers, though, going into this offseason, bro, do you say, all right, I'm a trade Kawhi. I know I can get at least 2-3 firsts for Kawhi right now. I'm going to trade Kawhi. And I'm building around Garland, Mathurin, and I'm going to start drafting talent. Because they got that new arena, but they ain't like they really packing that arena anyway. So, do you need a superstar right now? Kayla say, I don't know. I can see this game going either way. We should be winning about 20 points right now. No, yeah, I agree, Kayla. I kind of think, I don't know. I never agree with letting bad teams stick around. Because all those bad teams need is a shred of confidence. And they start lighting your ass up. If the Clippers come out and get a turnover, hit a couple threes from beyond, hit a couple threes, force another turnover, and they go on like a 8-0 run or something, like the Pelicans gonna be in trouble. Hey, to me, Zion has been much better as a leader this year, especially with Fierce, Sadiq, and Messi. People forget Zion was Trey Dejounte biggest supporters last year. Bree said, but Garland is 26. Yeah, he is 26. But I think the Clippers are a team that's going to want to be competitive sooner than later. That's why, because you traded for Mathurin, who you got to pay, who's like, 23? You got Garland, 2-time All-Star, who's 26, even though he's had a ton of injury issues. You in L.A., so you always going to have people that want to come play on your team. You in Cali. So you ain't going to have no trouble really attracting free agents if if it's not a great free agent market though, but you're not gonna have trouble attracting free agents in my opinion. It's all about now how you make that work, like how you build out the rest of this team. Clippers low key should have gotten Poole. Honestly, he would make a lot of sense for them. That's kind of like their type of player. Because remember they had Norman Powell. They probably had Poole looking like Norman Powell, to be honest. They'll probably have Poole looking like Norman Powell out there, seriously. Okay, now the turnover starting to mount up. Zion ain't getting no shots still. You giving them a chance to come back. If you're the Lakers, if you're the Pelicans, you give them a chance to come back. Luckily, they missing everything. It looked like the Clippers might have ran out of sensu beans. Caitlin said they still could get Poole. I'm trying to think how the salary will work. I got to see what contracts the Clippers got available to make that work. Yeah, it looked like the Clippers ran out of sensu beans. If you're the Pelicans, you got to extend the lead here. Yeah, now it's time for Zion to, I don't know. All right, so that's the second foul on Poole. That's on the floor, though. For Poole, that's on the floor, though. So that's what, the second foul on the Clippers? This game should not be this close, dog. I ain't gonna lie. This is a depressing game. This game should not be close like this. This game should not be close like this. Shout out to Eve Messi with the double-double, man. Shout out to my motherfucking dog, Eve Messi, with the double-double on the start. So Zion turns the ball over right there. Yeah. The Clippers really just need to see the ball go in the hoop. Once these motherfuckers hit a three or something, that probably open the floodgates, unfortunately. Let's see. Come on, man. Ain't you supposed to beat? Come on, man. You gotta beat these dudes. Get the fuck out of here. You supposed to beat these motherfucking dudes. These dudes ain't even. Come on, man. That shit annoys me, dog. They go Isaiah Jackson again. He's a guy I wouldn't mind the Pelicans taking a flyer on as well. He coming off an Achilles, but he look like he all right right now. Did the Clippers coach is light years better than the Pelicans? Oh yeah, Ty Lue. I don't know what it is about the Pelicans. They just match up so well against the Clippers historically. But I do think Ty Lue is a superior coach to Borrego. I don't even think it's close. But I don't know. Sometimes motherfucker just got your number. Sometimes a motherfucking team just got your number. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes a team just got your motherfucking number. And I think the Pelicans just got the Clippers number. Now, the Clippers have beaten the Pelicans quite a bit this year. The Clippers have beaten the Pelicans what? The Clippers beat the Pelicans twice already this year, right? So the Clippers, we 1-2 versus the Clippers. If they win, we win, we're gonna be tied up. But I think this season, more often than not, or this 5 years or so, more often than not, we've matched up really well against the Clippers for some reason. Good defense by Zion there. This game way too close for comfort, boy. They gonna have to put Sadiq Bey back in this game. Say, is DQ good? You mean good as a player, or good as in he might be injured? As a player, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know. I'm leaning toward no. Honestly. Oh my God. We so lucky. No, the Pelicans are so lucky that the Clippers are bad. Oh, as a player, I'ma say not right now. The most generous I could be is not right now. He's not a good player today. That's the most generous I could be, honestly. Dog, did you see the Clippers miss that motherfucking alley just now? The Clippers have been god awful. They trying to give the Pelicans this game. The Pelicans need to take this motherfucking money and go home. Just take the money and go home. They trying to give you the money. Take the money and go your ass home. Just win and go home. Just win and go home. What the fuck? Oh my God. This is awful. Oh my God. Good defense by Zion on that drive right there, though. This is awful. This is awful. This is awful. All right, so look. Now John Collins coming in. And Sadiq Bey is coming in. So now both teams are trying to win this motherfucker. now both teams are trying to win this motherfucker for real. Because now they put their real players in. We'll see if the Clippers end up letting go of the rope. Now, mind you, the Clippers are still what, like number 8 or some shit like that in the standings? What are the Clippers in the standings real quick? Let me see where the Clippers are at in the standings. Because they can't afford to keep losing like this. The Clippers are... Yeah, the Clippers are 8th in the standings. The Clippers are 8th. If they lose, they'll be tied with the Blazers for 9. Either way, they end up playing. Like they're gonna have to play a team to play in. But they number 8 right now. You say no way Dejounte make this much of a difference? I really don't think it's Dejounte, to be honest. And I don't mean no disrespect to Dejounte. I really think that good shit, Eve. I really think this is how these dudes be looking. That's a block. I think the block automatically off the. I don't know. Whoa, what up with your chunk? Yeah, dog. This you would swear to God, this game was played at like 10:30 at night. This shit is ugly. Right now, the Clippers would play the Suns. The Clippers would play the Suns. Ooh, boy, now that would be a fire ass matchup. That would be a fire matchup. Kawhi versus Devin Booker. That would be fire. Now, if it go down and I don't know. If the Clippers could steal this win, that'll be big for them because that'll keep the Blazers off their heels a bit. I still think the Blazers probably end up catching up to the Clippers, though. The Clippers look like they got too many injuries. And Garland just coming back. He ain't really up to par yet. And look, the Warriors still 33-36. The Warriors not out of it. Like, the Warriors could very easily catch the Clippers. But with Steph being out, I don't know. The Warriors should have beat the Knicks the other night, too. If the Warriors would have beat the Knicks, they would have got Bo Big. Oh, man, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Bo Big. What up with your fam? This chilling, man, trying to pull off this W, bro. You know how it go. Trying to pull off this damn W, bro. The Pelicans always make it more difficult than it need to be. But I appreciate your super chat, brother. Thank you. Thank you for that sub buck. Pelicans trying to pull off the W, dog. Let's see. The Carvers say Chaz of the Pels officially eliminated from the play-in. Let me see how many games they got left. I don't think they're not technically, but I think mathematically they don't have a chance. They would have to run the table if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. They would have to run the table if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they're technically eliminated, but mathematically and probability wise, yes, it's over. You know, because looking at the standings, y'all, and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but they're how many games behind? They 10 games behind Golden State for the 10th seed. 10 games. So they have to win all the games. And Golden State would have to lose at that same rate. I just don't think it's probable, y'all. Like, honestly. Have stranger things happened? Here and there. But it just seems totally improbable. Because, and the good thing is, looking at the remaining teams, they're the only ones that's actively still in the chase. Dallas, Utah, San Antonio, I'm sorry, not San Antonio, Sacramento, Memphis, they not going to be chasing that shit, pursuing that shit. So it's really going to be the Pelicans. It's going to be the Pelicans and Golden State trying to keep their head above water. It's funny because Golden State probably is still going to make the play-in. Golden State is probably going to make the play-in. And the crazy part is, if you're Golden State making the play-in without Jimmy Butler, without Kuminga, without all them dudes, it was like, do you even care if you win? Is it like for the sake of pride? It's gonna have to be for the sake of pride, because if there's a world where Golden State is playing OKC. There's a world where Golden State is playing OKC. That world exists. So we're gonna see what happens with this shit, but that world exists. Boy, the Clippers and the Pelicans both so terrible. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. I appreciate y'all supporting me rocking with this, man. I'm mad at myself for watching this game, to be honest. This shit just sucks. I should have watched the last game. I ain't want to bore y'all with back-to-back fucking games, though, but this is awful. But your boy said I'm coming to America, good and terrible. This is terrible. This is good and terrible. Yeah, trash versus garbage. Shit versus a turd. Say, man, if I'm on Clutch, I'm on the phone right now telling teams that Dejounte made this team look stink. Yeah, and look, everybody crediting Dejounte as well. Everybody like, man, if Dejounte was here, we would have been a good team this season. And you know what's crazy? Dejounte said that in the post game. And look, Louisiana gal, I think you will find this comment interesting. So in the post game, Dejounte said, yeah, you know, I just wanted to give the city a preview of what the team would have looked like this year if I was here. It's like, wait a minute. So first of all, if I'm on the team, I'm probably checking Dejounte about that. Like, whoa, what the fuck you mean? You saying so we just ain't shit? That's what you're saying. So we just ain't shit. If you was here, you the only difference. we just ain't shit. Oh, okay. Yeah, Fairs way over dribbled the ball there. Cause that's how I took it. Like, what the fuck you mean? If you was here, it would have been different. What you saying about us? Who are we? Chopped liver? Say there must be weed in that building. It was always weed in this building, in the Pelicans building. Whoa, what up with your B Thomas? What's happening with your homie? That was a foul, but the Clippers keep missing free throws, so I wouldn't read too much into that. Clippers probably, Isaiah Jackson probably splits on the free throws, then the Pelicans come down, hit a three, and take the lead. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah, that's what he said. Motherfucker said, yeah, I just want to show the team, you know. Look, I might be paraphrasing using the word preview, but he did say, you know, how it would have looked if I was here all season. I'm like, I probably would have felt a little disrespected by that. Say Golden State got greedy and built that arena. They needed playoffs to pay for it. Yeah. And the crazy thing is you kind of abandoned a long time loyal fan base that was with you before you were winning. Dang, say B Thomas, I had to look up your page to find a live. Yeah, they might got me shadow banned on here, bro. They might got me shadow banned on here. Look, he split at the free throw line. Now the Pelicans are probably going to hit a three to take the lead. Because that's kind of been the way the back and forth has gone thus far. They miss a free throw. The Pelicans come down, hit a three. Yeah. First Paul, yeah, you see they blew the Clippers out with Dejounte. Look what happened the day after. Yeah, look, that's what's going to be probably the conversation. That's probably going to be the conversation. And then if you whatchamacallit, now I don't think this is possible, but if you Rich Paul, you probably like, look, Dejounte said he'll stay. If you give him a 4-year extension, $200 million. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you Dejounte, now you got, well, he still got a year on the contract, so he ain't got a ton of leverage in the situation, but you got more leverage than the Pelicans have right now. As far as, like, the Pelicans could say, well, we just gonna keep you, whatever. And the Giants are like, well, motherfucker, I need a new contract. I need to go out there and win and show that I can be a part of a winning team so I can get an extension somewhere. Michael Morgan said, we haven't scored 5 minutes game time. Yeah, it's ugly. It's ugly. But look, the Clippers missing I think the Clippers have missed 9 free throws already, if I'm not mistaken. The Clippers missing so many free throws, it probably don't matter, to be honest. It probably don't matter. The Pelicans probably will win. Warren said Zion needs to be the number 1 option. Yeah, but he also gotta change his mentality too, man. Gotta change his mentality. Sometimes you gotta force the issue. One thing I've learned, and I learned this working with the company I used to work with, y'all. If a motherfucker don't want it to be you, it don't matter how much you can shine. You gotta force the issue sometimes. Sometimes you gotta be like, boom, boom, man, you got me fucked up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? The cream gonna rise to the top. But if you Zion, it's like, it's about time you start forcing the issue. Blood, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's about time you start, you gotta start forcing the issue. Look, y'all as the fans, shout out to my dog Don Guillory, Meech, everybody, even myself. We can't want it for Zion. We can't, he can be a good sport and be a team player. You know what I'm saying? Be a good leader. Nothing wrong with that. But motherfucker can't want it for you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta step up to the plate and be an animal sometimes. That was a big fucking three by Bogdanovich. Look, the crazy thing is too. I think the Pelicans in a bonus now. But again, ain't like the Clippers running away with this game neither. Ain't like the Clippers running away with this motherfucker neither. So, this man Z up here with 10 points and 5 shots. Yeah, this has been a terrible game across the board as far as like getting your best player involved in the actions. Zion, I don't know what's going on with that hand. I don't know if that hand has something to do with it, because I did see that the last couple nights to where it's like, yo, what's up with your thumb? So y'all didn't see Herb? I ain't see it. What? I'm my bad. I was looking at the screen. What happened with Herb? What happened with Herb, y'all? Janice said, Chaz, would you put Poole in for Herb to have more shooters on the floor? Well, Herb tonight is what, 2 for 4, if I'm not mistaken? I think 2 for 4, if I'm not mistaken. So it would be tough for me to justify benching Herb right now with how he shot the ball tonight. Generally, I would say yes, but how he shot the ball tonight, I probably wouldn't. All right, Collins with the and 1. You say Zion about to do you dirty. Nah, Blueprint. Zion got what, 11 points? 10 points? Let me check the motherfucking box score. So I ain't guessing. I'm checking. I'm guessing like the box score in front of me. John Collins probably gonna miss his free throw because they didn't miss all the motherfucking free throws. Zion got 10 points and you only need 5. He probably get you 5. Oh, you say Herb got the inbound pass run down without making the pass. ISO got blocked. Oh, yeah. I did see that. I thought Herb was limping or something. I thought Herb might have been limping or something while I was reading the thing, running my mouth, reading the comments. Look, I told y'all, the Clippers don't want to win this game. Well, I mean, I think organizationally they want to win. But they missing free throws. They got the yips. They got the motherfucking yips. The Pelicans should win this game, y'all. They should win. Really, this game should be over already. Look at that. Zion with the big bucket right there. On the offensive board, big putback. That should have been an and one. He looked like John Collins hit him. And John Collins commits the turnovers. See what I'm saying? Zion with 5 shot attempts is weak as fuck. Yeah, that's 6 right there, but 5 shot attempts, that can't happen, dog. That can't happen, cuz. No, can't happen. Let me check this box score again. Dog, the Clippers have missed 10 free throws, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, they missed 10 fucking free throws, if I'm not mistaken. Clippers missed 10. They shot 28 free throws, missed 10. This is crazy. The Pelicans should have lost this game. I mean, should have lost as in they should have lost based on how they performed compared to the Clippers. Because the Clippers did enough to win. They just don't got nobody out there. Big 3 right there by Trey. Say Carlo 0 for 5. Yeah, I ain't seen Carlo hit a bucket tonight. I ain't seen him get a ton of opportunities, but I ain't seen him score neither. Come close to scoring, really. Oh, that was a dangerous ass pass right there. That was a bad pass by Brook and a bad pass by Jones Jr. Only way the Clippers win is by committee. They have no closer. Yeah, especially with Kawhi out. Kawhi and Mathurin out. 6 will say the team must think Zion soft for real because 6 shots unacceptable. He probably, whatchamacallit though? I mean, he probably, what the fuck? I don't know what Trey doing in that situation. Oh, that was solid defense by Carlo. I thought Brook got fouled. But that was solid defense by Carlo. Shout out to Carlo. Squad will say, you think Ty Lue gets let go this year? I think his contract up. I can see a scenario and when he ain't, well, it's tough because motherfuckers love living in Cali. But I can see a scenario where he like, I can't win here. Let me go somewhere I can at least try to win. But it's hard to give up living in Cali, I'd imagine. Crispy Clean say, serious question though. Y'all don't see why Poole don't play? Tonight I thought he was all right. I think in some scenarios, Crispy, it don't make sense. I think if he have a bad game or if he's performing bad, yeah, take him out the game. Don't play him. But it's just not, everybody don't get treated the same way. That's the thing that I'm concerned with. It's like, well, what if this motherfucker have a bad game? You kind of just letting him get it how he live. He's been terrible and you still playing him. You know, that's the thing I don't like. Which I think is kind of weird. Say poor spacing and moves too fast. Chad, you talking about Poole? I'm guessing. You got Derrick Jones Jr. shooting a 3. I know you got 20, but what the fuck? Yep. So that looked like that might be the game, y'all. 4 minutes left, but Trey came in and hit 2 big threes. Zion had a decent putback, I guess, but that might be the game. The Clippers pissed the bed. Big shot right there. Boy, this arena empty as a motherfucker. Big shot right there by Trey Murphy. 25 points. Sadiq got 6 assists. Say Clippers got more free throw attempts. Pels never get any home cooking. Yeah. And I saw a couple situations with the Pelicans that I thought should have been and ones. But I did think Brook Lopez got fouled on that Carlo block. The crazy thing is the Clippers got way more free throws, but it balanced out. That rim balanced shit out because they missed. They missed 10 motherfucking free throws. So, I guess it balanced out. Ball don't lie. Big shot right there by Trey. That's Trey's. Trey came right into the game on fire. As soon as he subbed back in, because I don't know, he got 1 miss. No, he got 2 misses actually. I was about to say I don't think he missed since he checked back in. No, he got 3 misses. My bad. Let me shut the fuck up. Let me shut the fuck up. He got three misses and 2 makes. Zion had a big rebound put back to give the Pelicans the lead again. Carlo and Trey extended the lead. If they ball don't lie, Carlo, he missed that free throw. Yeah, he missed that first one. I definitely think he fouled Brook. I definitely thought he fouled Brook on that one. But shit, they got. Let me see how many more free throw attempts they got than the Pelicans. The refs been giving them fucking everything. They got oh man, let me see how many more free throw attempts they got than the Pelicans. They got 28 free throw attempts. They got Look, talk about karma and life. They got 10 more free throw attempts than the Pelicans. The Clippers do. The Clippers have 28 free throw attempts to the Pelicans 18. But the Clippers have missed 10 of those free throws. And the Pelicans have only missed 3. So, hey, shit got to balance out sometimes. Make sure everything good, my people. Hold up. Alright, shit seems straight. Alright, man. 4 minutes left. Let's go ahead and win this game, bro. Let's go ahead and win this game. This is I don't know, bro. The Pelicans, I want to have faith in them doing the right thing moving forward. Oh, what's up with you, Jess? Shout out to Jess in the building. Say Fears can chill. He's still a rookie. What y'all talking about? Fears on the bench? Bree say Fears on the bench look like he hates not being on the court. You know what? I do like that mentality though. I like that mentality from the standpoint of that's a guy, whether he plays well or not, you know he gonna leave it all out on the court when he does play. So they taking Zion out for Eve Messi in these closing minutes. Now if something happened, they probably sub Zion back in, but Zion's out for Eve Messi. You say Brian say, damn, I ain't know what's the night. Oh, everybody uptown on St. Joseph night. Oh, okay. My bad. I was reading. I was like, what are you talking about? Shout out to everybody, man. I hope y'all being safe, and I hope y'all have a safe weekend, man. Hope y'all have a safe weekend, bro. The world fucking crazy right now. So Brook Lopez getting 2 free throws, so that's not good. They stopping the clock and getting more opportunities. But again, the way they've shot free throws, good. That's a good job by Carlo playing through the whistle. Look, they just missed the first one. That's 11 misses. That's 11 misses. The way they've shot free throws tonight has saved the Pelicans. The way they have shot free throws tonight has saved the Pelicans. If I was Ty Lue, I'd be cursing these motherfuckers out. This remind me when the Pelicans missed, 17 free throws versus the Suns? Man, come on, bro. Nothing I hate worse in basketball than missed free throws. Like that, missed free throws drive me crazy. I don't give a fuck what team is shooting them. That's something that just drives me crazy. I hate missed free throws. That's like missing a field goal to me. It's like, nigga. Like, that just does something to me, though. I hate that shit. Passive income trucker said another late game test for the Pelicans. Yep, another late game test. This game been way closer than it needed to be. Pelicans made this way too competitive of a game. I guess you got to give some credit to the Clippers, but the Clippers on the second night of a back-to-back playing a bunch of Brook Lopez is like 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Brook Lopez is an older guy. Come on, man. That Chaz has Sadiq Bey doing what we thought Zion should be doing. One thing I'll say about Sadiq Bey ain't scared to let that motherfucker fly. Sadiq Bey is shooting till he run out of bullets. I will say that. Sadiq Bey shooting until he run out of bullets. Zion don't really shoot or play with reckless abandonment. Sadiq Bey don't give a fuck. Sadiq Bey don't know what a bad shot is. I will say that too. Sadiq Bey let that motherfucker fly. Off the rip. For better or worse. Eson said, did Zion hurt his wrist last game? No, he hurt his wrist game before last, I think. Because I noticed he was playing with that wrist last game. And then a couple times last game when they like checked on him. Like something, I don't know what the injury is, but it must be kind of a somewhat significant injury because he's playing through it. But the last 2 games do not look like Zion Williamson. Not the last 2 games. He looked kind of crazy. But he playing through that motherfucker, whatever it is. I still would like him to be a bit more assertive, though. Say these dumb lazy turnovers. Yeah, I say the last 2 games. I don't think we passed the ball well at all. No story. Nah, you ain't missed story time. you ain't missed story time. You ain't missed story time. I'm gonna do the story time for the member show and talk about a couple things. You ain't missed it though. I had put that poll up. Couldn't I be questioned? I'm like, is that snitching? Is that ratting? You do story time? Yeah. So he can shoot or use his right. But shit, if he shoot with his left hand and something wrong with his wrist, even if he was shooting jump shots, he would still have the same problem. Blueprint say John Collins locking Zion up. I don't think that's happening. I don't think that's what's happening. Blueprint. That's what I'm saying. My nerves always bad betting on the Pelicans, dog. That's why I had to stop. I used to bet on Brandon sometimes, bet on Herb sometimes. It just never worked out for me. It almost never worked out. Najee was always a good person you could bet on. Najee was pretty reliable. But other than Najee, it was always bad. Damn, Eve got 5 fouls? It don't matter, though. The Clippers going to miss the free throws. It don't matter. Again, honestly, if I'm the Clippers, if I'm the Pelicans, I probably wouldn't mind hacking all these motherfuckers the way they shot free throws tonight. Again, they already missed 11 free throws, y'all. They already missed 11. I probably would, because I don't know if it's nerves or what it is. I can't imagine they shoot this bad from the free throw line on the season. Look, that's 12 missed free throws. 12 missed free throws, y'all. Man, you better hack these dudes. Man, I'll be hacking these motherfuckers. Y'all ain't got no motherfucking willpower. Look at Jordan Poole and Dejounte. I'll be hacking these motherfuckers. See what's Borrego doing, though? He just up Zion back. He probably, dog, they missed 13 free throws, dog. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. The Pelicans gonna win this. Pelicans winning this game. They missed 13 free throws. 13. That means they probably shot 13 more than the Pelicans, if I'm not mistaken. And they missed 13 of them bitches. All right, there goes Zion right there. He's awake. Clippers tied. Yeah, it probably some exhaustion there. You need one more point, Blueprint. One more point. One more point, Blueprint. One more point. One more. Yeah, the Clippers probably tied because again, what's your boy name? What's his name, dog? Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez is what? 38, 37? You say Messi must be paying Chaz and AD. I thought Messi had a good game. He had a double-double, had what, like 4 blocks? He can't, loose ball, so who taking them shots? Trey? Damn. This is a whatchamacallit. So he better not do me greasy. Look, it's 2 minutes left, so they get a turnover. Hopefully he run or he get to the free throw line. I'll be mad as a motherfucker if I bet on him for 15. He ended the game 14 points. That would make me upset. I'd rather you score 0. But this is one of them games where you win, but you really lost, in my opinion. I kind of count this as a Pelicans loss, to be honest, y'all. Them motherfuckers missed 13 free throws. 13 free throws, y'all. On the second half of back-to-back against an old-ass team with nobody playing, this is ugly. So Ethan say, what is his peak? What is his peak? I can't really give you a player name, but I would just probably say a rotational big fringe starter. I don't think he should be starting like on a. I don't think Yves Messi starts on a really good team. I'll say that. I just think he's a rotational big. His Zion is obviously hurt. It looked like I think something wrong with that hand, whatever the fuck it is, in my opinion. You say he's not better than Kai Jones? I don't know about that. I haven't seen Kai Jones play in a while, but I don't know about that. Kai Jones was talented. Kai Jones is crazy as a motherfucker. Obviously, but boy, what was that? Jump ball? Boy, you know what? I feel like they almost tanked this game. Cause why is Brook Lopez out there instead of Isaiah Jackson or John Collins? Crispy Clean say sound like Grub that a win is a win. Well, I disagree, and Grub can suck a dick. But a win is not a win. A win is a win when you're chasing something, in my opinion. With the Pelicans games to an extent need context because all of the games they've won so far post All-Star break, except for the Raptors, who won second half of back-to-back, but the Raptors, and they lost against the Rockets, but they played well. The Raptors and there's one other team they won against that was above 500. But all the games that they've won since All-Star break, for the most part, have been against tanking or injured teams. So if you only been beating tanking or injured teams, you don't measure yourself against how you play against bad teams. You measure yourself with how you play against good teams. You measure yourself with how you play against good teams. You say Minnesota. Yeah, I think they beat Minnesota as well, I believe, right? Say Messi. Well, I'm sorry. We literally tracing 30 wins. But 30 wins get you what? The 11 seed? The fuck is that? Like, you know, like, okay. Like that's the bar is in hell. The bar is in fucking hell. 30, oh, okay. Like, whooped it, like, you know, whooped it do. Like, you know what I'm saying? 30 wins ain't gonna get you shit. Like, I mean, if that's a consolation prize, I'm not a consolation prize motherfucker, honestly. I'm not a consolation prize motherfucker, truthfully. I don't think 30 wins is shit. Cause if they went from chasing the play-in to chasing 30 wins, that's moving the goalpost. Golden State right now got 33 wins. You know what I'm saying? Golden State right now got 33 of them bitches. Yo, Blue. Wait, they challenging that. Damn, Blue. They challenging that. Hold on. Damn, Blue. Boy, my nerves bad. Look, I feel bad for you. If they challenging that, let's see. Oh, yeah, that's a clear foul. Blue, you need one. Blue, you need one. You need one. Kenneth Cole said even the commentators are saying Lou doesn't know what he's doing. With this team, I don't really know what. I mean, I don't understand playing Brook Lopez here over John Collins or what's his name? I don't understand playing Brook Lopez over John Collins or Isaiah Jackson in this scenario, but say Herb knows where's to space to. Why do they keep the squares on practice floor? This is crazy. Hopefully, man, you gotta make these motherfuckers those nine. Hopefully, out the top four to say the pick, Chaz. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, look. In my opinion, I want them to win every game possible to make that pick as less valuable as possible, right? But truthfully, I'm at the point where I'm like, even if you giving up pick fucking 10, even if you traded pick 10 for Derek Queen, you kind of look crazy. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. Because we don't know how the draft gonna fall. People get picked, you know, later in the season. And I mean later in the draft and it end up being good. But I mean, you could have got Maxime Renard. You could have just kept your motherfucking pick. I don't know. To me, there's almost no justifying the trade at this point. I just don't want to be the laughing stock once that pick lands wherever it lands. Like, God forbid the shit land number one. Now you the laughing stock for all fucking eternity. I just don't want that. We got it, Blue! We did it! We did it! We got it, Blue. We did it, cuz. Man. We did it. Let me see. Every other organization chasing. Yeah, you say every other organization chasing at least 45 wins. We selling for 30. I was like, you know, I'm tired of the Pelicans as being the whatchamacallit league, the consolation prize team. Like, you know, I'm like, whatever. You know, I understand it because, look, again, I don't want that pick to be no motherfucking number one pick, top four pick, top five pick. But me judging the team just based on what I think the talent level is and maximizing the talent, I still don't think they've delivered, truthfully. I don't think they've delivered at all. And I think it took some disastrous coaching down the stretch. Well, not disastrous coaching. They missed, 13 free throws, the Clippers did. I don't know why, but it's like Ty Lue kind of punted the rest of the game and took John Collins out of the game and put Brook Lopez in for some reason. Took John Collins and Isaiah Jackson out of the game. I don't understand why he did that. But either way, they missed 13 free throws. Like, on the second night of back-to-back, you played a team without Kawhi. without Garland, without Mathurin. It's just I just expect better of the Pelicans. Really, it's tough. The Carver say the Pels are the we tried hard team. Yeah, like we don't say won't bow down. Resilient. That's the word they like to use. Kenneth Cole, shout out to Kenneth Cole. He said the fact that Lou believes a 38-year-old center standing by the 3-point line, averaging 2 rebounds a game is a winning recipe says it all. And not only that, Kenneth Cole, that's facts, right? But not only that, Brook Lopez missed about 4 or 5 free throws in the fourth quarter, something like that. He missed a lot of them bitches. Oh, your boy old school behind Joe Dumars and them be shining like a motherfucker. That boy got all his jewelry out the box on. That boy blinged out. Oh yeah, I know what's funny, Louisiana Gal. I think they will go pursue Tyree, and I think Tyree probably cost himself at least $5-6 million because I don't even think he getting the full MLE. I don't think he even gonna get the full MLE. He probably get like $6 million, $7 million. Like, what I think gonna end up happening, I think he gonna go to a contender probably. He'll probably go to a contender. Someone like Boston gonna offer him $5-6 million, some shit like that. He gonna go take it on a 1-year deal, try to improve his stock, and go into the following offseason and really get paid. Yeah, that's what I think. I think he'll take a 1-year prove it deal or a deal with a player option. And look, now they putting Isaiah Jackson in the game. Yeah, there's no way Ty Lue didn't pull the rug on this game. I ain't gonna lie. This is kind of I don't know. Yeah, I understand. Maybe they was about to. Yeah, I ain't understand that timeout neither. Maybe they was about to They thought they were about to turn the ball over. Maybe 5 seconds. I don't know. That was weird. Let me see. Kenneth say I believe Lewis throwing games for him is obvious. This was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. To take Isaiah Jackson and John Collins out of the end of the game for Brook Lopez does look a little interesting. Be time to say what Tyree Eason did. He just he's having a rough season. He been injured. Had a bad stretch of games to close. Not shooting well from behind the arc either. Most haters say, let's go. Let's keep our main core. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you could play the Clippers without Kawhi, Mathurin, and Garland every night, fuck. Why not? Say Don said started 2 rookies all year, missed 2 $30 million players with E. Poole, Murray plus Herman Trips coming in 30 games ain't bad with all that. Well, it ain't bad until you consider this, right? Until you consider this. Let me see. Hold up. The Memphis Grizzlies have 24 wins right now. The Memphis Grizzlies have 24 wins and 44 losses. The Pelicans have 25 wins and 46 losses. The Memphis Grizzlies have had way more injuries than the Pelicans. With a first-year head coach, well, he was an interim at one time, but a first-year head coach, they know Jaren Jackson Jr., a lot of Ty Jerome was hurt, Ja Morant, Brandon Clark, Gigi, Zach Edey, and the Pelicans just tied their win total last night. I think this team could have won or should have won at least 40 games. Like, honestly, bro, I think they could have won at least 40. I say that because I think they got 18 games where they lost the lead in the fourth quarter. If they'd have lost this game tonight, it would have been 19 games where they lost the lead in the fourth quarter. Bro, can't even inbound the ball right. Yeah, Carlo had a terrible game tonight. I'm disappointed. I gave him too much props after the last game. Trey Town said this should be a 13-point Pelicans loss. Maybe. Probably. I mean, a 10-point Pelicans loss. Maybe. It's man. I kind of feel the same way I felt during the 49 win season when they was winning like weird games and you like, well, this don't look like a good team to me. And when they got to the postseason, they kind of showed that they not a good team. But hey, again, it's all about making that pick as less valuable as possible, in my opinion. Let's see here. Let's go through the player grades. We're going to go through the game and go through the player grades. Speaking of Chauncey, the Trailblazers lost their coach at the beginning of the year. Had a bunch of injuries. They've had 10-plus more wins than the Pels. But yeah, tell me, Borrego, as I said. Not only that, it's like oh my God, like Thiago Splitter came out of nowhere. He got them motherfuckers winning. Scoot just came back from injury. He playing well. Drew Holiday was out. Dame ain't played all year. It's like, man, Jesus Christ. Most haters say yes. Can we? Yes, we can. We just two. I guess you mean 2 pieces away. That's what Trey Thomas said. We cannot run this back. Oh, Don said, how many games did we have won but ended up losing for real? Depending on how you view this number, I think it was 18 games where the Pelicans led by double digits. Well, not the 18 games where the Pelicans led in the fourth quarter and ended up losing the game, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 18. Bruce said, do Murray make the team look that much better? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, Bruce, because again, you play Murray. You doing this against other bad teams and tanking teams. Like, it's one thing to have a bad team, like tonight, for example. The Clippers are a bad team tonight because they ain't got Kawhi, Mathurin, and Garland, right? They're a bad team. The Pelicans, is with Murray specifically, are winning against tanking teams, like teams like trying to lose tanking teams, like the Wizards, Jazz twice. Who else they played? I was thinking Kings. I think they played the Kings twice. Like, they doing it against like tanking teams. Yeah, the Clippers not tanking. They just bad tonight because they ain't got Kawhi, Garland, and Mathurin. But you gotta play well against some good teams. You gotta beat some good teams. That's what my standard for them is. That look, they beat the Raptors. They beat the Raptors. The Raptors on the second night of a back-to-back, but they was fully healthy, and they beat the Raptors. That, to me, that was a good win. Easton says since his last game, Zion been only giving dab awkwardly with his right hand. Something definitely wrong with that wrist. Well, that's not fucking good news. Especially if he can't miss no more games this season, or if he can only miss one. That's not good news at all. Mathurin didn't play yesterday, Crispy, and Kawhi injured. Mathurin didn't play yesterday, and Kawhi got I don't know what's going on with his ankle, but Mathurin didn't play yesterday. Don say Borrego will not stay. Borrego is gone. I don't know. I do think that they'll look for their own coach, though. They beat the Raptors. The Raptors not. Yo, I've been saying all season the Raptors not a good team, dog. The Raptors were in the playoffs. I'll say that. They won 2 games since then. But the Raptors is not a good team. I think most of the season, like the teams the Raptors played this season, were like injured. Most of the teams the Raptors played and beat this season were injured, like the Cavs. You say it's Mathurin is averaging like 24 points for the Clippers, Crispy. He averaging 24 points for the Clippers. Crispy. That's what Mathurin averaging for the Clippers. Say, I think Z is injured but playing through it. Respect. Yeah, whatever going on with that thumb is interesting. Yeah, Crispy, that's the point. Again, Kawhi is injured and Mathurin not there. That's, well, I don't know what Kawhi is averaging, but he did play. Said he played 3 games the whole season. I don't know what you're talking about. You about Garland? Kayla said the Raptors need to make moves this offseason. I'll give them Dejounte if they want. You willing to take back Emmanuel Quickly contract, though? That's the thing. But the Raptors definitely need some moves. The Raptors got too many of the same type of players. Like, to me, they got a bunch of third options. Like, and I like that team. I thought Grady Dick would be a little bit more like along as a player than he is right now. B-Time, yeah, I say, yeah. Then we just played them with Mathurin and we lost by like 20-something points. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, again, looking at teams when they play the Pelicans and they healthy or like they not tanking, it's bad. Like in my opinion, and that's the thing that frustrates me. Yeah, Raptors beat the Pistons. Is the Pistons were they healthy? I don't know who was. I don't remember that game. Bruce say, I agree with you. I was just saying they look a little better with Murray. I understand the team they play up bad. Yeah, I think they look better with competent guard play for sure. Squallow say the Clippers not trying to lose. They got a nice arena to pay for. Oh yeah, they're not trying to lose. Like generally, say JJ isn't 100% gone. They still gonna interview him. We're talking about Borrego, JB. Wemby is sick. Oh, what, the Spurs playing right now? Oh, you mean sick like he got the flu? Oh no, they played the Suns. Damn, they won by 1 against the Suns. Oh shit. Oh, he said, oh, Zion hurt his hand on that windmill. Oh God, if he did, that was the fuck. I hope not. Cause nine seemed dumb. I was hoping he hurt his hand getting fouled. He just hit the game winner, Chaz. Oh boy. Shout out to Wemby. Just said, well, it looked better than a few months ago because Pelicans lose against bad teams too. Yeah, now that's the thing too. It's like, shit, you give them some credit for beating the bad teams, but it's like, aside from the Clippers, it's like, again, you beating tanking teams. That's the thing that bothers me, that they playing tanking teams. I'm curious to see what the Cavs end up doing, because I don't know what happened with Harden. I'm surprised Harden playing through that shit. Say, you think they're looking good, Most Hated? Crispy Clean say Poole came in and fucked up the whole game flow. Shit, Poole hit that 3 to give them the lead back. They was trailing before. I think they was trailing before Poole came in, if I'm not mistaken. Whoa, what up, Ben? Shout out to Ben, man. I appreciate you becoming a member, dog. I think Poole hit that corner 3 to give him the lead. I don't know he did. He didn't do much this game, to be honest, though. Say, guess we should just lose every game. I don't know. I don't. To me, that's a bizarre logic. I think that logic is weird. No, when Poole hit that 3, no, know what? I'll bet you, Crispy. I will bet you money right now that when Poole hit that corner 3, he gave the Pelicans the lead. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? I'm calling your bluff right now. How much you want to bet? When Poole hit that corner 3 from the left side, he gave the Pelicans the lead. How much you want to bet? I'm gonna wait. I'll wait till you answer. How much you want to bet? Yeah, but Poole is inefficient. Yeah, Poole hasn't shot well recently as well, especially not from behind the arc. They say Kentavious can. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Ken say the Pelicans need an inbound specialist coach ASAP. Yeah, this is the second time at the end of the game they turned the ball over on the inbound. I couldn't get the inbound done. That might be a situation where they you know, and it's been from the same side of the court. It's been from the left side away from the coach. Might just need some. So, Crispy, that mean you don't want to bet? Crispy say y'all like Poole for a reason. Y'all complain we win, complain we lose. So that mean you don't want to bet, Crispy. Just let me know. I'll give you 10 seconds. Is it yes or no? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's get to the player grades. Say 24 corner lead taking 3. Yeah, that's when he hit the 3 from the corner. He said we was up when he got in the game. His trash ass play. We lost the lead. He better hit the 3. That's moving the goalposts. Crispy. All right. All right. But anyway, so let's see here. Let's go to the player grades, man. Let's get to the player grades. I'm gonna refresh this. Go to the player grades. I get y'all out here, man. I appreciate all y'all rocking with me. Yes, indeed, man. Let's go to the box score. Chaz, what's the Pels' longest win streak in franchise history? Shit, let's Google that. I believe it's 9, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. I believe it's 9. Pelicans longest win streak. They won 10 games in 2011 and in 2018. That's the longest win streak in history. You say 11, Michael? Google's, well, Basketball Reference saying 10. Basketball Reference saying 10. 10 consecutive wins in 2000. No, I'm sorry, that's Land of Basketball. Saying 10 consecutive wins in 2011 and 2018. You see, they don't know how to set screens. Yeah, they don't have a lot of physical players that would create separation. The two most physical players, in my opinion, are Sadiq Bey and Zion. Something definitely going on with Zion hand, which make it interesting. They went to at 40 games in 17 minutes. Look, I don't think he especially shot well or played especially well, but I do think he was a big reason they came back in this game because they was not doing much before he hit that 3. That's the only 3 he hit, which is crazy. But all right, so player grades: Sadiq Bey 6 for 11 from the field, 3 for 4 from behind arc, 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 20 points. I'm going to give Sadiq Bey an A. Zion Williamson. Now, this is going to be an interesting grade. 5 for 7 from the field, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 3 fouls, 15 points. I'm going to give Zion a C+. Eve Messi, 5 for 5 from the field. 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 block, 11 rebounds. I'm gonna give Eve Messi a B-. Trey Murphy, 9 for 17 from the field, 5 11 from behind the arc, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 27 points. I'm gonna give Trey Murphy A+. Herb Jones, 4 from 11 from the field, 3 for 7 from behind the arc, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 11 points. I'm going to give Herb Jones a B-. Field goal percentage is too bad, but I'm going to B-. Jeremiah Fears, or a C+. I'll give him a C+. Jeremiah Fears, 4 for 10 from the field, 0 for 2 from behind the arc. Damn, Jeremiah Fears didn't play a lot. 2 assists, 2 steals, 8 points. Damn, he didn't play a lot at all. I'm going to give him a C-. I guess he didn't really play a lot. He didn't really play a lot. Damn. Carlo, I got to give Carlo a F. I ain't going to lie. I don't think Carlo played well. Maybe a F seems kind of harsh. Yeah, I'm going to give him an F. He didn't play well. Derek Queen, F. Jordan Poole, give a D+. D+, C-. Let me see. 2 for 6, 1 for 5, 3 assists. I give him a D+. All right, so this was an ugly game. Ugly game generally. Hornets the best team in the league behind OKC. Man, I'm glad Melo fucking healthy. I about to call him Carmelo. I'm glad Melo healthy. Charles Lee got them dudes out there balling. Seriously, I like the Hornets. And the crazy thing about the Hornets, every year they've played well when they was healthy. Every year. They just never fucking healthy. But every year them dudes was playing well when they was healthy, bruh. Just never healthy. But now that they healthy, you got Khan balling. Their center that they got rid of Mark Williams. They got a center who's consistent and healthy. He's balling. LaMelo fucking awesome right now. Who else looking awesome right now? Miles Bridges always plays well. That's a good team, dog. That is a good team. That's a good team. I'm happy for that team, honestly. I'm happy for that team, for that fan base. Luka dropped 60. The Lakers won. God, look at that game was close. Did the Lakers win? Yeah, the Lakers beat the Heat. That was a come from behind victory too, because the Lakers was trailing. Then they walked them down. Yeah, Charles Lee was supposed to be the Pelicans coach. Bro. Charles Lee supposed to be the Pelicans coach. Shout out to B. Thomas for the history. He said longest win streak in the NBA was 33 straight wins. Oh my God. You could probably get tired of your team winning that many fucking games. You'd be like, can we play a difficult team at some point? Ken say we probably the worst team in offensive rebounding. Yeah, Eve Messi is pretty solid on offensive boards. Zion had a big offensive board on a dunk. It wasn't an and one, on a dunk. He had a big offensive board tonight. But generally, the Pelicans just bad rebounding across the board. Generally, we just bad rebounding, dog. Like, I really think that's just what it is. Like, tonight was 50-50 rebounding. And, again, the Pelicans 100% healthy. And it was still 50-50. Pelicans 100% healthy. And it was 50-50. Yeah. I don't know, dog. I don't know. I just want the team to be good. The Cards, I wish the Pels were like the Hornets. Yeah, and the Hornets, I mean, because again, the Hornets had a lot of the same questions that the Pelicans had. As far as LaMelo's health. And remember earlier this year, they was considering trading LaMelo. One of the things I always thought was dumb about how people criticize certain players when they say they're not serious players. Because how do you measure that? How do you measure a motherfucker being serious? To me, that's like a more of a personality thing. Like, if you don't really like the way LaMelo plays, or you don't like his off the court shit, you'll say he's not a serious player. LaMelo's pretty fucking awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people didn't want. They were like, you can't trade for LaMelo. He's not a serious player. I don't want to watch LaMelo. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? LaMelo fucking cold. Like, I don't know, dog. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like, I agree with Bree. Everything's situational. Everything's situational. If you got a good coach, you're going to put you in situations to succeed. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to put you in advantageous situations. If you have a bad coach, you're going to end up in tough situations more often than not, the way you can't really inbound the ball, you're turnover prone, Your offense stalls for periods at a time. You can't get your best players involved. It's going to be ugly. Oh, John Collins started and played 27 minutes. Yeah, Ty Lue was doing something weird. I don't know. I think I believe homie from earlier. But yo, man, appreciate everybody rocking with me, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Consider becoming a member. We got, it looked like snitching story time, but it's not snitching. So we got story time coming up. We gonna talk about it. I'm gonna break this story time up into multiple episodes because it's different things that happen, and I wanna speak in depth on each thing that happened. It's one story, but it's different parts of what happened. So I'm gonna have to break it up episodically. But yo, shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate all y'all tapping in with me. This was an ugly game, but they won. You know what I'm saying? On to the next one. Do they play the Cavs next? I think somebody said they play the Cavs next. We gotta see. Cavs played tonight. Let's see what the Cavs did tonight while we're here. Man, I hope James Harden healthy, dog. I want to see Mitchell and Harden in the finals. Well, I don't know about the finals because I really want my motherfucking team, Boston, to go to the finals. I want Jaylen Brown to win MVP. Seriously. Jay Steen said, hey, Chaz, I'm a member. How often do you post members only content? I post every Friday. Every Friday, Jay, we post. I said, Cavs blew the door off the bowl. Oh, man. Say, Crispy Clean just to cry. I don't know. Crispy don't like Poole. Just Tweaking don't like Eve Meesey. I don't even know what's going on. B Thomas said, when you're doing it, we uploading tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, right? Yeah, uploading tomorrow. See what they got going on. Evan Mobley back. Man, shout out to Evan Mobley. He had a weird injury earlier. I think he had a calf strain. I'm glad he back. What's going on with Donovan? They on a back-to-back? I see Spider didn't play. They on a back-to-back, y'all? Cavs, Knicks, Pistons, then Raptors. Oh, we got a Jose game. So, something happened to Spider? Oh, he just out. Did they play yesterday? Oh, my dog, Spider ain't hurt. The Cavs game should be fun. I thought the Pelicans, was it last game? I thought Zion played well against the Cavs last game. I think that was the second. The Cavs might have been the second to last game before, I think, the break. I think they had like a cup break, if I'm not mistaken. Donovan got an eye injury? Oh, shit. Spider got an eye injury? Is it significant? Oh, he got like poked in the eye. Bulls get a pass because of Mike. They've been bad too. They traded too many people and they didn't get shit in return. Oh, he got a black eye, left eye contusion. Nigga, you could have played. But it's the Bulls. They're like, we don't need you to play against the Bulls. He might not play against the Pelicans, honestly. We might not need you to play against the Pelicans neither. It might swap out, or they might swap out him for Harden because Harden playing with a injury right now. I thought Harden was gonna miss some significant time. Every Cavs player sit and watch. Probably. It's Saturday. Like, is it on the road or at home? If it's on the road, they might play. If it's at New Orleans, they might sit. Oh, he looked fine on the bench. Okay, cool. Because, boy, the Cavs versus Boston. If the Cavs don't win it this year, y'all. If the Cavs don't go to the finals this year, all that waiting on LeBron shit, come on. Like, I mean, come on. You're going to win the offseason to see if you could possibly sign LeBron. If these motherfuckers don't win it this year, it's over. Like, come on. You just go ahead. Come on. If you don't win it this year, the way y'all been losing, come on. Oh, he was a late addition. Thank you, Wiggy Will. He was a late addition. Okay. Say Mitchell returns for us. We will win if he sits, we will lose. You think so, B. Thomas? Trying to think, looking at that team. Oh, Jared Allen. I see Jared Allen didn't play neither. Well, they all playing the Bulls. So maybe they whatchamacallit. Maybe they just won't be 100% because they playing against another quote unquote bad team. But the Pelicans ain't nowhere near as bad as the Bulls. You fuck around with the Pelicans if you want. Pelicans will fuck around and beat the Cavs if they sit everybody, bro. You can't just rest like that. Colin Sexton went against his old team and didn't do nothing. 3 for 11 from the field, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Against your old team, you got to step up. Allen got, I about to call this motherfucker Denzel because Denzel Allen being here. I do see some arguing in the comments. I'm about to dip out. Yo, wow. Well, Allen got right knee tendonitis. Man, Allen, one thing I'll say about Jared Allen is not with playing through no injury. Remember in the playoffs, they're like, we want you to take a shot. He was like, man, go to hell. Fuck that. Oh man, I gotta play 2750. I'm tripping. Nobody even saying nothing. Let's do it. 2750, man. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button already.
You girl, to catch the eyes of every guy, every girl.
Just 2750. You look good in the picture. Soft bouncing, bouncing girls. Soft bouncing, bouncing girls. Soft bouncing, bouncing girls. Soft bouncing, bouncing girls.
Jarrell Charles is my name. Jarrell Curl is my fame.
Jarrell!
Who could be? You need to know. I'm your hairdresser who really knows. You're gonna have a curl.
Boy, I will pay good money to see Jarrell versus Bobby Brown in a versus. I will pay good money to see Jarrell versus Bobby Brown in the versus, bro. Seriously. Wiggy said, hate to break it to you, but JB might have earned this coach and head coach job. I totally disagree, Wiggy. Because I mean, it depends on what you think about. It depends on how you define the word earned. Because that's like saying certain players earned a max extension. It's like, well, how you define earned? Beating tanking teams or beating bad? I don't know. It depends on how you define it. 2 wins away from 2750. Boy, won't he do it? Won't he do it? Crispy said, hell no, I guess wig off the shoe. Oh, y'all, wow. Man, look, y'all be safe. I'll catch y'all, man. Have a good weekend. And appreciate everybody rocking with me. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. Consider becoming a member if you haven't already. Ben say new member 2750. I appreciate you, brother. We got a new episode dropping tomorrow. Story time. Let's do it, man. We out.